And we're recording. There we go. Today, joined by Hickey GG, replacing Crow.
Hello,
He'll be here shortly. How we getting on, boys?
All good in the hood. Can't complain. Appreciate you inviting me on.
I appreciate you hopping on. It was very, and I mean very late notice. I gave this guy like 2 hours notice to get on.
Yeah, I was literally about to jump in the shower and I got a text and I was like,
He's sitting there book
see
news
if I can
and I
organise
was like,
this.
I guess I'll get on. He's in the picture of the wang and everything. That was the awkward part. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all you had to get zoom in. That was the problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Mid-scope makes the decision.
If you guys think that ginger people have freckles everywhere, you'd be right.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, definitely.
Everywhere.
I'm only half ginger. I'm a day walker, as they call it. Bit brown at the top. This camera does not give me any justice, but
I was going to say, you can't see because of the camera, but that is just pure fucking red raw ginger on top of that head.
See, go back a little bit. It's a bit more brown. I don't know.
Can you change the lighting in there to like make it look like a brunette?
I'll go orange.
No, you know what? You pass.
That makes it.
The top of your head passes as like dark brown hair.
Yeah,
just about.
As long as there's no bald spots, that's the main thing, you know.
No cows.
What's that on the back of your head? I'm like, get it. Listen, it's not even a cow. It's not that bad now. Right? Leave it alone.
No, no. Listen. So there's a long running thing with Will having a cow's like he doesn't even fucking have one. Like it's just Crow says it's so much to brown him off.
I'll take my hat off and show you right. So
the big reveal is it?
It's fine. Literally fine.
That's fine.
I fell on my head when I was a kid and had like a massive scar here, which like kind of gave me a cow's lick for a while.
Yeah.
But, it was not.
It looks alright. Looks decent.
I have something similar. I don't know. Is this side? This little area here. There's no hair will grow here because I have a big scar on it.
Oh, there's always one like that.
When it's big,
there.
It just doesn't fill in.
Yeah, right there in the middle, never been able to grow. Up here can grow a little bit, just trim down a tiny bit. But
weird. So some guys only get neck beards and on the edges.
No,
so your problem is like growth issue with the scar, Jared. Mine's just years of cosmetic hair transplants to fix that cow's lick.
Yeah, it's covered over. You're like, you know, go play some turkey.
Come here, I tell you about this play some turkey now.
I actually know a place in Turkey. Haven't gone now.
I know you do. I was gonna say, anyone's gonna know about that.
You were just there not too long ago, weren't you?
Yeah, my dad was getting his teeth done.
Oh yeah, has to be done.
Yeah, but had basically bone problems. And that affected the teeth, and then had to get it done.
I did hear of a horror story there not too long ago about a friend of a friend now, so how true that is. But they went to Turkey, the two girls. They both got their, their bits done. They both got their tits done. I don't know if I can curse on this, but
you can say whatever you want.
I had a fucking feeling, to be honest. But, yeah, no, the G-Man's content, definitely. But they both got their tits done, alright? Came back to Ireland. They were like, I don't feel the best. They both went to hospital. And then turns out they took liver parts or whatever, like they took other parts as well.
I remember this now.
Yeah, your man was an absolute cowboy, like, and he just took them. And like they tried to ring and get in touch, and they were like, he only rented the area, like. So it was like, it's scary stuff.
The clinic we went to, the reason, and I was supposed to get some dental work done as well, but I didn't trust it enough to book beforehand, so I didn't get it when I was there. But the reason we were so certain on it, it was in like this massive luxury area in Turkey. So it's on the European side of Istanbul, and Salt Bay's restaurants beside it. There's Gucci stores over here. There's shit on. So it looks safe and sound. So that's why we knew it was okay. But there's other places they're like in parts of Turkey that you wouldn't realize exist. Like bordering Syria, and you're like.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
You wouldn't take a hairline out in them parts of Turkey anyway. That's all he's saying.
They showed us all of their qualifications. They had like a full team, and it was incredible. Every time they noticed my coffee was half full, they were like, "Do you want more? We can we have a lady who can go get you more. Do you want chocolate? What kind of chocolate do you like?"
How do you arrive in style with limos and shit like that?
Actually, that's a fun fact. We did arrive in a limo.
Didn't you actually say you arrived
really in with the limo and they take your organs?
It took our organs, Great.
Cowboy, Mr. Potato Head style. Ugh.
Well, what would you want to get like with your teeth?
Get them dentures when they fucking mash your teeth down to fucking fangs, and then just get the new bad boys slapped in on top.
That'd be a fear of mine now. Turn them into nubs now. That's one thing. I just can't.
I've seen them pictures, man. I'd no sooner just go gummy than fucking get that.
No, you stop. You look like Gollum at one stage. Like it's terrifying.
I think anything besides your back two molars, like once that starts to get like in a dodgy way, it gets pretty scary.
I always get the rumbling wisdom teeth, and it kills me. Like 2 days I'll be out, but it's always rumbling. They never split. They never come out. Like it's just always rumbling pains that I get. It's horrible.
Girlfriend has a similar issue.
Yeah, no, it always happens.
Awful.
Yeah, but lucky enough now, I actually have me 2 front teeth because when I was a kid, I was in Mayo and I was on a cowgate with my brother, and he jumped off. We were playing Batman and Robin. He jumped off. I stayed on. Well, boom, 2 front teeth fell out, and it was like just having my first one, but they were that badly damaged. The dentist was like, he's never gonna grow teeth. But luckily enough, I did now. But one fell out, and little did you know, the other one went lodged back into me gum, and it shot back up. So they said 2 front teeth never gonna happen, but luckily enough. Have 2 big rabbit ones here now, so
we are now.
God.
The Bugs Bunny lad.
Yeah, no, yeah, too right. Yeah, what's up, Jack?
This is a bit of a weird way to put this, but you ever see a baby skull?
Baby skull.
You ever see those like pictures of like what they look like with all the teeth inside of them?
No.
Man.
Oh, they have the 2 layers, is it?
Yeah, it's a haunting image.
It's like shark teeth almost, isn't it?
Haunting ass image.
No, yeah, stop. That's terrifying. That's wild.
Like you're looking at this cute little baby, whatever, and then you realize, okay, that motherfucker has like 60 teeth in that head.
That's probably why they fucking use like babies and dolls and shit in horror movies. Like seeing these pictures of like a baby's fucking skull on an X-ray, like 4 layers of teeth between top and bottom. Like, yeah, we can make this the most terrifying thing known to mankind.
Yeah, kids and horror is a good combination, to be honest. There's always those creepy kids in horror movies.
It's always that fucking tapped 6-year-old that's fucking folded up like a pretzel and hovering through the hallway at like 3 foot tall.
One of the creepiest ones is what was the one in Insidious, is it, where the kids just sing, like your one goes out to put the bins out or something, and she looks in and the kid's dancing in the room, and it's like tiptoe through the window. You ever see that?
I've actually never seen Insidious.
Insidious is a top movie, but all the other ones, all the spin-offs are all shit.
What's that other? It wasn't like a mad horror movie, but who was it? Was it M. Night Shyamalan's movie where all that crowd of people were on the beach? And they kept fucking, yeah, that's it, yeah. And they kept fucking aging, and it got to the stage where your one literally fucking her bones like melted into fucking slush.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Folded up like.
There's like one stage with the 2 kids, and then your one ends up pregnant. Like 10 minutes later, it's like, what the fuck?
She's 6, and then like half an hour later, she's fucking 40 with 3 kids and a fucking
it's wild.
nanny.
But they keep the mentality. One of the main guys, he had Alzheimer's. He didn't know about it, and it just got worse when he's on the beach. He turned violent and stuff because he didn't know who anyone was. That's the part that got me. Alzheimer's is one thing that terrifies me.
That'd be one of my biggest fears now. Getting that 100%.
Just fucking stab me then in there. Put
me down. Send me off to fucking Sweden.
Have you heard of that album that a guy made and was supposed to like emulate the stages of Alzheimer's?
No.
What's that?
Something at the end of time is what it's called, and like it starts off with like you can understand the music, whatever. Next stage, which would be, start to become more forgetful. Music every now and then out of sync. Towards the end, it's just static. It's nothing.
Oh, wow. That's messed up. That's grim.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. On a lighter topic, I'm from obviously the gaming space. I know G-Man's originally from the gaming space, and now he's like sort of moved into the fitness stuff. But what about yourself, like, Willen?
Yeah, I just work in a meat factory. There's nothing exciting about me.
Oh yeah. Well, you do a podcast now, which is exciting.
I know, like, I've been doing this with Jared, obviously, or whatever, and obviously I've kind of hopped on his streams and whatever and that as well.
Yeah. So you're familiar with like the content side of things, like
kind of, yeah, more so kind of the groundwork or whatever. Wouldn't be kind of as tuned in or whatever as such as Jared would, but I kind of, like I said, I know the groundwork and whatever, so. Yeah.
No, it's very similar. Like I have one of my mates that I always play like Warzone with. Like I'm always streaming, and then like he's there with me as well. Like obviously, I'm from the gaming space myself. I've been sort of making content. Let's just say about 6 years now.
PG content now, folks.
PG. Well, PG-13, I like to call it.
No toes will be exposed in the making of this podcast. Thank you very much.
Like originally started with like Gears of War. That's where I sort of like pushed myself into making some content.
Get those paws off the screen.
But yeah, no, we saw this.
But yeah, I remember when we first met at Gamerfest, right?
Yeah.
We spoken a bit before then.
Yeah, I think I was telling you a bit the little Hickey GG origin. Yeah, I started with Gears of War, and like obviously I used to play it as a kid, and they remade it. So I was like, I'll make one video, put it up on YouTube. I got a few views and reactions. And then it just caught the bug of making videos and making content. And I was all making all my videos on a Samsung S4 at the time. And that was an outdated phone at the time. So I was still making videos on it. Then slowly got the laptop, work, and then one of my mates in my old job, he put me onto streaming, and he showed me Dr. Disrespect and stuff like that, and I just fell in love with the idea of it. So just fully got engrossed in it. I think it was a good pastime to just keep myself busy, keep the head straight, and stuff like that.
And so was this pre or post COVID or during COVID?
This was before COVID now, and then when COVID hit as well, I was a valuable worker. I was like a forklift driver at the time, so it's just like, I had to work through it as well. So I didn't get the luxury of like being off and like proper grinding, because like even when you were saying at Gamerfest, I was talking to like one of the more popular guys that were at it, and he told me he only started streaming, started making content 2-3 years ago, like before COVID, and I was just like, wow, like it's very impressive, like themselves, but it's a walk, not a race. Everyone has their own little strides.
The thing with like a lot of people when they started streaming during COVID was they had the time
100%.
and all that to do outside of it, like put the effort and the time in to make their stuff look as good as possible. But a lot of them at the start didn't have the resources financially or whatever, so they were starting off at ground zero and couldn't grow as quick as other people, whereas like yourself, you would have been working beforehand and during. You were kind of growing and earning at an exponential rate that kind of allowed you to kind of do both at the same time.
Yeah, like it's just like, honestly, it's like anything. It's like you use going to the gym. It's just consistency, staying at it, and keeping the rhythm up, and even just doing the podcast once a week at a certain time. Like, it's just keep the consistency going, and something will happen eventually for it. Like I just do it as like I do as a hobby. Like some people like going out and playing golf. I like sitting here on my hole playing video games, talking absolute out my arse, and I love it. I just love a chat.
That's kind of when you put that video up on when's it, Thursday or Friday when we were in the gym, and you put that deadlift PR video up. And you two said about your man's comments, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a field day with this lad, boys. I'm gonna go in on him.
It doesn't affect like bad comments, and I do get a lot of them. I don't take it to heart anymore. It takes a lot to get to me.
100%. Like you can get 1,000 nice comments, but one bad comment will put you in a pissy mood, like, and you have to respond. Like,
see, I knew that as well. I don't know what was wrong with last week. I just so much fucking chaotic energy like bubbling inside me. I was like,
but
it's just the perfect chance to just. Oh, I know, yeah.
So basically, a guy came in and he was like, I did that on my first day in the gym.
And he was like, what was it? He was like, I got 110 deadlift on my first day.
Yeah, but he could have been 300 pounds. Like
like I said, he could have been in the gym for like a couple of months before he did his first deadlift. Like,
everyone's different. Like, I was on a little gym grind. I brought one of my mates, and he like his first time in the gym, and I was doing weights with him, and I was going like consistently, and he was like, he could keep up with me, and I was like, what the fuck, like.
We without a similar thing.
He was half the size of me. Like, I'm 6'5" and like 110 kg. So he was half the size of me, and he was doing all that, and I was like, oh, what the fuck. I was on a big gym buzz.
I was the same last year. I started going to the gym for a couple months with lads last year in January. I think after a month, so like the start of February, went in, deadlifted for the first time, dropped 120. Like, but obviously I was like a month in the gym at that stage.
Yeah.
You had to kind of factor that into my strength and whatever would have built up for a month's time. Beforehand.
But, no, 100%. Like I'm terrified of doing the free weights on my own. I hate it. I'd like to go. Like, I started going to the gym just before COVID again. Like, I was going with my brother, and then one of the other guys that I used to work with. And it was weird. Like, all three of us, like, I don't know, three was almost a crowd. Like, and then just sort of trickle down, and then you just have to go yourself. And you're better off just sometimes just going on your own, because you don't want to rely on someone. And someone says, "Oh, I'm not in the mood." You're like, "Fuck this, I'm not going." Then if he's not going. But I was keeping it consistent myself now. I was going like 3 times a week. Fell off after I came home from Portugal, and first day back there the other day, and I done my chest, and it fucking killed me. I dropped down a little bit of weight, and it's just, I felt it, and I'm back on the creatine and stuff like that now. So hopefully stay at it now, keep the consistency going.
Within arm's reach every day.
Oh, of course.
Oh, you got it too. And I have a pharmacy behind me there.
Yeah, I have a GNC Pro 3000 milligram. I don't even know what this is. I thought it was some dodgy brand. I sent a picture to my brother. He's like, do some research on that before you actually start using it. And then he started freaking me out. But no, it's grand.
You're good.
I think GNC is well respected in the States, and anyway, and it's creatine. It's not going to kill me,
Yeah, like creatine is pretty safe all around.
Yeah, no.
There's plenty of excuses in testing competitions where people are like, well, I took this new pre-workout or this new creatine brand, and that's why I failed the drug test. But, most of that is just bullshit. Like, it is.
Yeah, no, stop.
Literally the safest shit you could take. People have taken it upwards of 20 grams for 2 weeks, no side effects. And they've taken, this is the they have, what was it, 18 months, 3 to 6 grams, no downsides, no effects. Like, I don't even know if there's a lethal dose for creatine. Like you could take a shit forever.
Because you're meant to be like sometimes you can like load first, isn't it? Where you can just take a shit ton.
Yeah.
And then just start going steady. Like I don't know with the tablets. I don't know if loading is really a normal thing to do, but yeah, no, I'm just taking one a day and see how we get on. You know, it's like almost gone as well, so I just need to top up soon.
If you're taking one a day with 3 grams, this is all fucking annoying for some people who've heard it before. But you could go for 6. You're 6'4". I'm gonna assume you're over 13 stone. So
definitely over 13 stone. About 17 stone. Yeah.
per every kg that you weigh, take 0.1 gram of creatine. So
same way as like weighing your like protein intake as well.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Different metric, but yeah, that's roughly the rule.
Similar. Like
I should be on 7 grams with this, but I take 6. You know yourself. Yeah, see, there was a study done, and I found that some people could be non-responders, but some people think it's because it was such a low dose. Like the minimum dose, I think for someone 130 pounds, is 3 grams. So if you're above that, you want more.
No, yeah, well then I should be taking about 4 tablets then, if that's the case.
Figure it out.
Like with everything, I'm sure it has got a limit where it does become lethal. It's like, did you ever see that article? It's like some fella actually killed himself because he had too many chicken nuggets, and it was like 493 nuggets he ate in one sitting, and he ended up like fucking killing himself.
But I say if that was like 490 pieces of lettuce, like big lumps of lettuce, or like or watermelon, they probably would have the same result. Too much anything's bad for you. Like too much water can kill you. Like
it's 4.5 liters. It's at a critical, and if it's 5, you're just gonna drop dead. Like because your body's lungs drown in themselves.
Yeah,
your body's
that's wild. Yeah, it's not taking long to digest, is it? You need to have some fucking iron stomach, that's for sure. You need to be like one of those professional food eaters.
I think the most I've ever taken in one day of water was like 4 liters, and even that didn't feel right.
Oh, it's a struggle. Yeah, no, it's a struggle. Like
pissing like an elephant that day, man. Jesus.
First thing in the morning, you're like, all right, is this gonna stop or what? Like, you're going
is
for
my
first
body
piss in the
going
morning.
to shut down?
No, yeah, stop. But
I seen a yoke. I'm just gonna while we're on the topic, I seen a yoke here the other week, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was. It was some woman in America, I think, drank. I can't remember how much water it was, but I think it was over like a 20-minute period.
Was this for the competition?
No, it was just there. Like her and the family were on holiday or something somewhere, and I think it was a 2-liter bottle of water, or it was a certain amount of water anyway. And she drank it in like a 20-minute period because obviously it was warm out and it was thirsty or whatever. Fucking died.
That's wild.
Because obviously she took too much water in such a short period.
Yeah.
Obviously her body couldn't fucking.
Yeah, no electrolytes or something. I know.
So the thing is,
you can pass out in the gym if you don't have enough electrolytes in you. So some people have like inter-workout shakes, or White Crow's taking EAAs now.
But no, like with the water, you're only meant to like take a few sips, take a few sips. You're not meant to take like a few, like guzzle it down every few minutes. Like that's like you're not digesting it. You're not getting into your rhythm of your body.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think what was it? It might have even been a 750 ml bottle of water or something. 20 minutes gone, dead within an hour.
I doubt 750 ml would kill you.
Yeah, no.
Fairness.
But
I'm pretty sure I drank that pretty quick.
You almost had me at 200, but 2 liters. Sorry, but I'm assuming a bit higher than that. You know, not much higher.
That's all my gym knowledge for you, lad. So I'll try my best for everything else.
You're all gymmed out. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's all I know. I had the great advantage of being unemployed for 5 months. So all I did was go gym and learn about gym stuff.
Yeah, this is it here, right? So it was this year, and it was over the 4th of July holiday. Your 1 to 2 kids and the husband were out on a lake or whatever, boating, whatever. On the 4th day, she felt incredibly thirsty and drank 4 bottles of water in about 20 minutes. Suddenly her head started spinning. On the drive home, she had her head in her hands, leaned over into her lap because she felt that dizzy. She was walking across the garage, passed out, and never really woke up. And then a couple of days later, died of water intoxication.
Wild, isn't it?
That sounds like something was fucked with the water.
You're not getting drunk off water.
How big of a bottle of water, though? Like,
I said 4 bottles of water, so I'm going to guess probably.
It's like 2 liters.
I'm going to say 2 liters. If you assume it's 4 or 500 ml bottles, 2 liters in 20 minutes.
I mean, like, maybe?
I mean, I've drunk 2 liters in like a 45-minute span on my break and work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I just looked up there. Water intoxication, like it disrupts your brain function, and it's like just way too much water intake. And
That's what I was
you
saying.
go
Like
on like you're actually pissed drunk. Like
what's the lethal dose?
Just drinking so much.
Saying.
Look up lethal dose now.
Like, that's what I was saying there. Like it was saying, like her head started spinning or whatever, and she passed out. Like and then didn't wake up. Basically.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking in a state of almost like in a coma-like state. I'd say.
I know we were talking to Nick before. Nick, where he was on the show 2 episodes ago. His wife had a bit of a health problem.
5 liters.
5 liters will kill you.
Yeah, I had to just get that out. Yeah, 5 liters. Yeah. What were you saying? Sorry.
His wife had a bit of a health scare. She they're both competitive eaters. She's number 1 ranked in the world in the women's category, third in the world overall. And she had she's the record for the most amount of ice cream eaten, right? And she ate so fucking much that she was sitting there shivering. They could get jackets and jackets and jackets, cover her up, basically cuddle her, make sure she's like not passing out and stuff. But like, yeah, anything in a large amount is gonna fuck you up.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
I don't even know how their insulin survives competitive eating.
Yeah, you give yourself diabetes eating that much, like, honestly.
Yeah.
The one diabetes, she's probably fucking suffering from frostbite, I'd say, if she's eating that much, like.
Yeah.
Stop. Body's going into shock, yeah.
The like things we do to set records, huh?
Yeah, no, stop.
Speak for yourself.
If you were to pull a world record out your arse, like, if you were just automatically granted one almost, like, what would it be for yourselves now?
I have national records in archery that still stand out.
Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I seen that in your description, and I thought that was like the G-Man sort of like
no,
random.
2019 World Bowhunting Champion. 2015 I was last place in the World Championship, and 2019 I was first. So
that's really interesting. Jesus. Well, I know who to call for the fucking zombie apocalypse, and anyway, I'll have me derelict.
I don't get off. I already have dibs. Find someone else.
I have dibs. Yeah.
You can take Crow.
I wouldn't mind doing that as an hobby now. That's really interesting.
It's expensive, hence I don't do it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Dude, it's such a time sink. Like,
yeah.
If I'll probably get back into it at some point. I want to get the general fitness up first. You know, climb mountains, fucking do a bit of powerlifting stuff.
Yeah.
Get the physique I'm looking for, and then I'll think about going for another European Championship.
I have your is a hunting legal over here for using bows?
Oh, you'd be in serious shit if you did that. Bow hunting in Ireland, the UK, most of the world, not on.
Yeah, really. Bow hunting, really?
Well, not anymore. Like, you know.
Yeah, I know in the States.
Ago,
yeah, States, it's totally cool. And
well, you hear Joe Rogan say it every 10 minutes, like, you know.
It is like not cruel. It's like it's fine. No. You shoot an animal, you're gonna blow a fucking fist-sized hole out the back of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially if you miss.
If you hit a heart, you hit a vital, which is legal way of shooting or whatever. If you do it wrong, you could be in some trouble. But if you hit a vital, 100%. The lung, the heart, they're dead in 20 seconds. They're dead. Well, maybe closer to 40, but it is a pretty fast death.
Yeah.
I mean, when you compare it though, an arrow over a bullet.
But here's the thing: everyone thinks that hunting and stuff involves headshots. There's no fucking headshots. Yeah. Like,
I know.
All you're doing, if you shot him in the heart, you're just blowing up his vital organs.
Yeah.
You're just going through excruciating pain for a couple minutes. Get the heart, he's gonna bleed out.
Wouldn't it? The body would go into shock though, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, still though,
You just pick your poison for how you want to kill something. But I've never done it. I don't have any intentions of doing it. Not at the minute anyway. But
that's where him and me differ.
I would do it at some point, but no plans. Never made plans to do it. World bow hunting champion, having never shot an animal.
Yeah.
Happy out.
Not a real one anyway.
No.
Yeah. If there's a rubber bear around the place, I'll get him. Don't worry.
As long as you're not at the back killing squirrels with the arrow, that's like early signs of a serial killer.
Yeah. All them fucking porcelain rabbits.
Yeah.
I did know a guy who he practiced in one of the clubs I was in. And if you kill anything with an arrow or a bow, you're in serious shit. But
really?
They kind of made an exception. So he was shooting, and target faces there, whatever, and a frog hops up midair, and I got speared on the fucking target.
Jesus Christ!
And that's 1 in a million timing.
I was gonna say that's like you can't control that. Like,
there's nothing he could have done. So everyone was like,
"You done the lotto after?"
That's nothing. Don't worry about it. Just fucking pull off the arrow. See ya.
Yeah, Jesus.
Hang it somewhere.
Yeah. See, like,
if it was something bigger, like a bird or something, he could be in trouble.
But even still, like the
crow or something, you know,
to be able to actually anticipate that a bird or an animal in general is going to pass by your line of fire at any given moment.
Oh, that wouldn't be your fault. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like to even be able to execute the shot and actually hit it in the same moment as well. Like you can't predict that. Like
I think size matters in that. Like if a deer just happened to sprint by, why didn't you see it of a deer? A bird, who gives a fuck? If you hit a badger, you could be in some trouble.
You know?
That's like the fucking animal kingdom equivalent of racism. Like you're not going to shoot the big thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't kill the big thing. Come on.
If it was a seagull in Dublin, you'd be doing us a favour. They're fucking everywhere.
And I'll be getting a fucking rocket launcher to mine, no fucking bow and arrow. Them things are lethal, lad. They're not to be messed with.
Stop, yeah. I swear they're like certain gangs. You know?
The way them things fucking come down and take people's food, all like these fucking kamikaze bombers in World War II, I ain't messing with one of them.
No, yeah, stop, yeah, no, they're serious, they are. Yeah,
not to be messed with.
You know, it's kind of interesting how they might evolve in the future. Like, are they just going to specialize in stealing?
Get out.
It's going to get
like for real, like foxes and crows and
evolution.
Seagulls,
they're going to grow hands.
Are they just going to evolve to be better at stealing?
We've gone from being fucking split by dinosaurs and cavemen with clubs to being fucking dive bombed by seagulls.
Yeah.
Evolution isn't going forwards, it's going backwards.
They'll be swooping down with pocket knives.
Okay, well, you know, show me a seagull that invented an atomic bomb.
No, yeah.
I'll wait.
Have you ever seen those big giant seagulls, have you?
Show me a scientist that's dive bombing people's fucking waffles on a beachfront.
Probably a few. There's who's your man who screamed Eureka, and he ran down the fucking streets butt nude after having a bat because he thought of something.
Well, I mean, if that's not the moment to shout Eureka and run down the street butt nude, then what is?
Yeah. Yeah, no, seagulls in Dublin.
Yeah, no, they're wild.
Sucks.
They're wild. Luckily, I'm not in the city centre too much now, so not too bad. Like
during the summer, it's pretty common to see them, you know, in the Midlands. It's really weird.
You see them in the fucking fields outside where I work. You fucking hear the bastards, the noise of them.
The thing is, they're twice the size that they used to be as well. Like, they're wild.
They're well fed.
Crazy looking things. Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll fly inland and then like they'll start beefing with the crows.
Yeah.
Great crack.
They need to bring back bigger fox. They need to bring the wolves back. That's what they need to do. Bring the wolves back into Ireland.
No, that's not going to help the seagull problem. Bring back the fucking pterodactyls, lad. That's where it's at.
No, yeah, stop.
I've seen Jurassic Park. I bet I can make it work. Grab a few fucking fucking animals' DNA strands and fucking merge them all together.
Get those yolks out of Avatar. Those fucking.
I'd be that hard. I'd just fucking find me a griffin and mix it with a fucking lion or some shit. I'd say it'd work.
I talked to a guy, Jack Horner, who wanted to
a big fucking beak.
Wanted to bring back the dinosaurs at one point.
Oh man,
he's that guy who had the Dino Chicken experiment. Did a TED talk on it.
They were saying something about the mammoths, were they?
Oh,
thinking about bringing back mammoths.
Yeah, there's two places I want to do that. One's called Pleistocene Park. They're trying to like fix Siberia at the minute because if the permafrost melts, it'll be a bit dodgy. So basically, they send out like wild horses and shit that used to be in Siberia, are currently in Mongolia. Send them out there. They flatten the soil or compress it. I mean, and stops it from melting.
I mean, to be fair though, like, can you like look at like some animals we have now compared to like animals we had then? Like some of them wouldn't be too far out of reach to kind of resurrecting, like the mammoths or whatever.
No, 100%.
Because like elephants' DNA or whatever would be similar enough or whatever, and like obviously other animals would kind of have.
There was a guy who tried it and then he got in a lot of trouble.
Extended. Yeah.
There's a big documentary when we were younger lads. I think I was maybe like 14, 15 at the time. This guy tried to sort it with an Asian elephant, and it's a protected species or whatever, so I don't think he was allowed to do it, but he had everything set up. They let him get to the moment before, pretty much. And it wasn't allowed.
They all took notes. They probably took notes of it all.
I was going to say, took notes, fucking filed it away in some fucking government facility, arrested him for fucking illegal activities and probably doing it in secret themselves ever since.
Yeah.
I know they are trying to bring back bears into Ireland. There's a place up north, I think, that they have like a sanctuary for them. Because they were like we used to have native bears and wolves in Ireland, so that'd be interesting.
Scotland's doing something like that at the minute. It's called rewilding, and someone introduced on their own land. Is it grey wolves or something like that, right? And you're not really supposed to because they have this right to roam. So in Scotland, you can just fucking walk anywhere. Just enjoy the fucking countryside. But someone wanted to put wolves out there. It's on their own land, but they really are trying to get them back into the.
That's Like
mountains,
that's
whatever.
literally like the Irish or like the UK equivalent of like walking down the street in America and just happening upon fucking, what do you call it, Joe Exotic's fucking tiger fucking farm or whatever.
Speaking of Joe Exotic,
oh man,
I have a
didn't even
DM.
notice.
I have a DM from him about getting on Awfully Irish back when it was around.
Oh yeah.
He asked a month after it was finished, but it was obviously his team, and they were like, "So what email do we contact about getting Joe on the show?" So obviously he was allowed to do stuff from jail.
Can we get him onto this podcast?
Once we get StreamYard set up, you can ask fucking anybody. It's just
you never know.
I have to pick people who have. I have to pick people who are tech savvy in any regard for the show at the minute.
Yeah,
the nightmare. The nightmare.
Thanks. I'll take it as a compliment.
Like you, like I've talked to Carol Baskin, I've talked to Evander Holyfield, but like I couldn't. She wouldn't even take the time to read. Okay, so I need you to set up this thing called Discord, and here's how you would join. You need to click this link and accept it and set up an account. Oh, the Wampus, don't mind the Wampus. It's just a thing they have in the company.
Oh, who is this now?
The Wampus is like, you know the Discord icon?
Who was saying this?
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, I could not explain to Carol Baskin how to get onto this.
Oh yeah, that's not. You'd think she'd have a big team behind her as well, like
I was
doing
gonna
everything.
say,
well, yeah, we can talk about getting like bigger guests like that on at some point.
I was gonna say, if you can like
what
get
do you mean
back
bigger? She's not bigger than me.
No, how tall is she?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the main thing. Yeah, no, I have her in height.
I'd be asking.
I'll beat her in a fight. That's for sure. Well, probably. Who knows? She'll probably whip out a knife.
I did ask her if she killed her husband
in Minecraft.
And
in Minecraft.
Obviously, that wasn't like did you kill your husband or just whack him or whatever? It was like genuinely like, did you?
Yeah. So people say you killed your husband. What do you have to say in return? Yeah. She was like, well, you know.
Yeah, septic tanks. Tanking.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, no.
It's just explained
that whole documentary was crazy.
There's a bunch of bullshit, and like, it's been released since that they've known the whole time he's alive. It's just like he's in. Is it Puerto Rico? That little. I think it's
Cuba, lad. He's in Cuba with Tupac and all the rest of the dons. What are you saying?
But Puerto Rico knows he's still alive. His citizenship is, known. There's no date of death. He's still alive. Just doesn't want to come forward. Like, he's a fucking multi-millionaire who's probably 90 and about to fucking die. So,
I was gonna say, like, I mean,
he probably doesn't care.
I was gonna say he's not far off being fucking whacked anyway at the moment. Yeah. So he's probably just living out his days, fucking enjoying himself with a fancy whiskey on a beach somewhere.
Actually,
definitely 100%.
Speaking about this, right? Here's his thing at the minute, right?
It wasn't me. I've told you this.
You guys know who Jacksepticeye is?
Yes. Oh, him and Mr. Beast.
No, I'm messing.
The Mr. Beast thing. He said Mr. Beast ruined YouTube, and I fully fucking agree with him.
Yeah.
But I saw that this morning.
I don't blame Mr. Beast. I think if it wasn't him, it'd be someone else. Someone was going to get so like almost autistically dialed in on how YouTube works, and it just happened to be him.
Like it swings both ways, because like people will say like, oh, like the things he does, he's ruined YouTube. He does this and but who the fuck else is going to be willing to like lump a whole fucking video's earnings into making a new video?
Yeah, no, there's like, I don't know, it's a weird one. Like, I like both of them.
Like, you don't see an other YouTuber going around like asking random people in a fucking basketball court, make a half-court shot and drop you 20 G's like that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm wrong. Both good YouTubers in their own way.
His most recent video, for context, Willem, it was crushing a Lamborghini in a giant shredder.
Yeah, okay. I mean, obviously, like,
he doesn't always do that kind of content you're talking about.
Oh no, I know. And like when it comes to shit like that, I can see why it's like you're spending all that money just to fucking shred it, like.
And like, does that sound like content from an inspired man? Fuck no.
Like, that's like me getting a week's wage, just taking it all out in cash and throwing it into a paper shredder.
I know he put up something saying he's like absolutely mentally exhausted from everything your man Mr. Beast put up. Like, he's like mentally drained from it all. Like, at one stage, I think he put up something like that.
Then just stop, bro. Like, my point with this whole thing. Like, sorry, you finish your point.
No, he's like a Goliath in the industry. Like, he came up from just doing money videos, but like obviously money sells. Like, if you see big money signs in the thumbnail, you're gonna click into it. Like, if I put up a video tomorrow saying I donated X amount to like X amount streamers or some shit like that, it'd probably get a good few views. Yeah. But you need to have the money. Like, spend money to make money, I guess, as well in a way. And it's not really his money; it's sponsor money. At the start, it was.
That's true, actually.
I know he had a good loophole at how to do it. And Jacksepticeye, obviously, nothing but respect. Like, one of the biggest Irish gaming fucking people of all time. But yeah, no, I know. There's pros and cons. Like, they're two different audiences. Jacksepticeye sort of teen upwards audience, and he has his own brands. He has his own coffee business and shit like that, which you can respect. Like he's just doing business as normal. Mr. Beast is like on a different ballpark when it comes to content. He has a kid sort of audience, young teen, probably. I don't know, people our age as well. They still tune in and just see what's going on.
Jacksepticeye is kind of very localized to kind of like your kind of post kind of 12 to kind of pre-adult, like 20 or whatever. Whereas Mr. Beast is for the people. Like he can attract any age range audience he wants.
Yeah,
I disagree. I think he makes videos for YouTube kids. Like the shredder stuff. Like that's brain dead. Like that's not attracting any of us.
There's a method to the madness. There's a method to the madness.
People still watch it though.
Even his biggest videos. What's the most recent Mr. Beast video you watched?
The last one I watched was when he cured blindness. That one. The philanthropy, what was it? But you got loads of controversy about it. That's why I went to watch it. Like, what's so controversial about this? He's trying to help some people out.
That last one I watched was the one where they were talking about Chris.
See, I think
Chris with a K now.
Yeah. The thing I find interesting about Jacksepticeye's comments, though, is at Mr. Beast, because obviously there was this whole thing he was saying he got offered to go on that sub that fucking imploded or whatever.
Yeah.
Had Mr. Beast accepted that offer, gone on that sub and fucking imploded, you just know that
Jacksepticeye, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he was offered to go on it or whatever. You just know Jacksepticeye would have been one of the front runners in the YouTube community to fucking be like, oh, we've lost a good one of the greats of our kind of industry or whatever.
But Will, like you don't shit talk someone when they're dead. You do when they're alive.
No, but like
if me and you are having an argument, we're gonna do it alive. You're not gonna go to my funeral and say, "What a fucking thank God that guy's gone."
Do you even know me?
Do I even? Well, you know.
Lad, I'm fucking giving.
But generally, you wouldn't do that.
Watch me.
I don't know. I just think it was. I don't know. I think it was weird. Like like at the end of the day, your man Jacksepticeye's on camera. He knows what he's saying. He knows it's gonna get a reaction.
He's just doing it for the reaction. Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I suppose it goes back to that whole thing of like, if you're not gonna fucking support them when they're doing well, don't fucking shit talk them when they're in the ground, like kind of thing.
Controversy sells.
My thing with this is that Mr. Beast made it almost impossible to start making content.
Oh yeah.
Like if like
he covers
you already know
what he does.
Like Hickey, you know, when you started making content, the expectation for what you should be doing to attract an audience is fucking gigantic. There is a barrier to entry. People have always said, just get your phone, just fucking talk. Yeah. That works a little bit for some people with good phones, like iPhones.
At the start of YouTube, now there's like big fucking organizations behind these YouTubers giving them money to make productions and stuff like that.
Like there's so many Mr. Beast clones across every genre, and people just try to edit the same way as him. There's everyone trying to fucking make thumbnails like him. He set a standard that needs money.
Though. Like that's just life in general.
Don't agree. TikTok.
I do. Like
the thing is, with Mr. Beast, he always had to up the antes. Like he has to do something more crazy than last. Like the biggest thing, obviously, I've heard that he done was the Squid Game thing.
Yeah.
And it's like he just keeps on trying to be, and like at the end of the day, your man's building a big giant multi-million euro business. Like, and he has people that are like editing for him, filming for him, everyone behind the scenes for him as well. Like all the different channels. He has like a Spanish channel, an Asian like subtitle channel, shit like that. So he needs to make money. It's a business at the end of the day. It's like all that controversy with your man Linus Tech Tips as well. Have you seen all that?
He gave away a prototype product, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that. But like at the end of the day, same thing. He's a business, but he doesn't own Linus Tech Tips anymore. He used to be the owner. He doesn't own it anymore. He's like the face of it now still. But he's not the owner. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think the point with Mr. Beast as well is make your money, tone it back a little bit. Like what does he have left to do except make it harder for everyone else?
No,
he's done it all.
He's still hungry. Like that's the exact same contrast for him and Jacksepticeye.
He's well fed.
Yeah.
He's in number
Jacksepticeye
one.
Looks like he has his money and he's just coasting now. Like he's enjoying himself. He's making whatever he wants. But Mr. Beast, he's still hungry.
Like film releases get less views, less watch hours than Mr. Beast at this point.
Yeah.
Like how like Disney and Mr. Beast this year, who probably got the most amount of views?
Oh, Disney! Or fucking Mr.
Probably
Beast,
Mr. Beast.
Probably close.
Couple of billion views this year.
Yeah. But you know why that is though, because you don't have to pay to watch Mr. Beast. You have to pay to watch fucking Disney.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I guarantee you, if Mr. Beast turned around like tomorrow and was like, right, you're subscribed to me, but if you want to continue subscribing to me, you've got to pay like a monthly fee of like a
Members
$5 or whatever.
only, yeah.
Like, round it off to like a kind of subscription kind of level payment each month. His fucking audience and viewership would probably still be quite high, but it would also drop dramatically, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because that would be when people would realize he is just doing it for the money, like legitimately. Like, because obviously he's turned around a few times and be like, "Oh, the money I earn always goes into the next video. I barely break even or whatever." Bullshit. But if he actually decided to turn around and actually put a subscription fee on his YouTube channel, that would be what takes people off and makes people realize that, yeah.
I don't know, yeah. Like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think he's a businessman and he seems like genuine enough, like from his content that you see online. But yeah, no, business first, I think, at the end of the day for him. I think that's his mindset, you know?
See, I think because it, like, obviously, it's kind of all he's known since he was, what, like, yay high.
Yeah.
He's just got it so drilled within his fucking person to be like, right, this is all I have, even though I'm fucking doing the best that probably anybody ever has or will ever do in this industry.
Yeah.
He still has to be the fucking top dog by a long shot.
Yeah. Like every dog has their day. Like, who was the last biggest person on YouTube? Was PewDiePie at one stage, and then before that was like what's your man's name? Equals
Thanos
3, Ray
Gaming.
William Johnson, Smosh. Like every dog has their day, and someone else is gonna be the next Mr. Beast and take it to another level. But I think Mr. Beast has done numbers and he's changed the game definitely for everyone.
I don't think so, you know.
Really?
Because, well, look at, like, it's like Jared said, like, he has literally gotten to the stage where he has done everything and anything possible that you could make into a video.
It takes billions to get where he is right now.
Like, if anybody even tries to do that again, yeah, they might do well, but they're never going to do as well as he has because he's already done it first.
Yeah.
I think the best way to explain what he's done,
crazy.
I just thought of it there a minute ago. Well, me and you do the same, or I'm going to be in the same job as you. If I came in and I did triple the amount of work as everyone, a new standard will probably be set after a certain amount of time. Everyone now work about, twice as hard. Someone comes in, they're 6 times better. A new standard set again. And what would have been, a great job originally just becomes the bog standard or below the minimum.
Literally.
So he's coming and he's done fucking too much.
You're overdoing it.
Like, I think
there is too much YouTube, okay? There is too much YouTube.
Like, the way I kind of look at that as well in like a different kind of perspective, or like, again, as you look at Messi and Ronaldo in terms of football and what they've done.
But they're confined to human limitations.
Oh, I know, but like just in terms of looking at what people have done in their field and whether or not it can and will be replicated. Like, the levels they have reached, and to reach them levels simultaneously has never been done before alone. It's usually been in different eras or generations, but for the fact that they've done it together side by side over like 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, even looking at players today, there's not going to be anyone. Players will kind of reach high heights, but no one's ever going to be named the best player in world football 7 times like Messi has.
Who do you think would be the next 2 if you had to pick, though? Like, I'm not a big football fan now, but
looking at it right now, the 2 obvious picks are Mbappe and Haaland, just because they're raw.
Yeah, what do you think of Salah as well? Yeah. I say he's one of the big heavy hitters.
I've heard Mbappe's name a billion times. I don't give a fuck about football.
Well, he put on a screamer at the World Cup.
And he scored twice for PSG tonight in their game that's just finished.
Yeah.
Again. But yeah, I mean, like, look, you've got a lot of great players at the moment, like Haaland, Mbappe, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Like, all these players, but none of them are going to reach the heights of Messi and Ronaldo. I think they're kind of 2 people, when you look at them, they are bigger than their sport.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, if you think of football, the first 2 people you think of is either Messi or Ronaldo. Like,
yeah, like, don't get
they're
wrong,
the face of it.
You've had some great players down the years, like Pele, Maradona, Cruyff, Maldini, all these, but when you, like, especially with today's generation, like, it's Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Same with Tom Brady in the NFL. He is, when you think of the NFL, Tom Brady is one of the probably people you're going to think of.
First name you think of. Yeah. First name you think of when you think of it.
How old is Ronaldo now?
38.
Ronaldo's mid-30s, yeah. I think he's close to the end now. After that big transfer you done over to over to that other club, like, that's like one of those, like, I know you always see footballers, they always go to like an American club or a different club, and
he's in Saudi
they play off the last few years, like.
So he's just collecting a paycheck at this stage.
Yeah, stop. And that's only for a year, isn't it? That was a year contract.
It was a year, I think, but
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't be
wild.
surprised if he extended it for another year or two. Like he's putting up numbers that
And do
were
you
like.
think footballers are overpaid?
When it comes, okay, right. So obviously, if you're good at what you do, you deserve to be paid in kind.
Yeah.
That goes for any industry, any job, whatever. Be it streaming, obviously, if you're putting more effort in, you're going to be earning more money. Whether it be acting, whatever it is. So to generalize it, no, I don't think they're overpaid because at the end of the day, they're at a level that a lot of people won't get to, even if
Yeah.
you're at a low level. But when you look at what's happened over the summer with the Saudi clubs buying players and offering them ridiculous wages, like Mbappe was offered a 1-year contract with a Saudi club that would have saw him take home 700 million
Yeah, that's wild.
before factoring in his endorsements, his sponsorships, all them contracts. His contract, when you factor in all that, was $1 billion for 1 year of football in Saudi.
The thing is, he's still young though. That's the thing.
He's
He's still young.
24.
Yeah, he still wants to play. I think he was
You said
like the last team
24.
he was.
Yeah,
That's what I didn't even know he was that now. Jesus Christ,
He looks older.
makes me feel like I didn't do anything
he's
with my life.
he's
24 and doing that,
24,
like
and
That's very real.
He's been playing since 16. And he's already
yeah,
hit over 300 goals in his career.
that's wild.
Which, if he keeps going at the rate he is and keeps playing at the high level he's at now, for as long as Ronaldo has, he could break that record
And
for
his
his goal
dream is to
scoring.
go Real Madrid, is it? I think that's like
God,
his dream club, was it?
I
Or am
think
I
so.
talking at me whole?
I mean, I think there is kind of a lot to talk about as well because like you see like old pictures of Mbappe in his room and shit. He's got like posters of Ronaldo, like
Oh, there
early
you
days
go. Yeah.
Ronaldo at Madrid and stuff like. So there's always gonna be people
Yeah.
speculating or whatever, but he's still fucking firing in goals for putting at PSG. So
How do you feel about that Irish lad? What's his name? Ferguson, is
Evan
it?
Ferguson, he
Yeah.
is the
He's
issue. The thing I have with Ferguson, right, is, and don't get me wrong, he is a talent. He is a
yeah,
generational talent. He was the highest scoring teenager in English football last season in the Premier League. He started off solid this season, 4 goals in 4 games, with his first career hat-trick just there yesterday against Newcastle. The thing for me with Ferguson will be if, not if, when he decides to leave Brighton, because he will,
yeah.
what club he goes to after.
Do you think he'd
That
be
will
like Gareth
determine
Bale, where he was like
how his career goes.
yeah. Do you think he'd be like Gareth Bale, where he shows up somewhere for a while? Because I haven't heard anything about Gareth Bale in years. Like I know
He's
he was
retired
like,
now.
yeah, everyone was like, oh, he's the next Ronaldo and stuff like that, and then he went to Real Madrid and sort of fizzled out. Like
I think the thing with like a lot of young players nowadays, they kind of have like a couple of good kind of seasons at like their breakout club or whatever.
yeah,
And more often than not, they'll take the wrong step in their career and go straight to a top club.
yeah.
Like you look at Haaland, he broke out in Norway, went and spent what 2 years in Austria, moved to Dortmund then, and now he's at City. He took the right path for his career.
Yeah.
He kind of
Slow,
progressed by a
slowly. You
magnitude
didn't,
of clubs.
yeah, like in the gym, you didn't hit the weight. Like you didn't start
Yeah,
going for like
he
mad PR straight away. Like
he progressed in the right way, but
yeah,
was gradually improving every time. I
yeah.
think if Ferguson does something similar, he will, by all means, be a very good player. By Irish standards, he could easily be one of the best players, if not the best player in Irish football in
Yeah.
the history of the sport.
And do you think Ireland will win the World Cup? Because I've seen that theory.
Well, Evan Ferguson's gonna fucking
I think we'll
just
get the
carry
North
them.
sooner.
Yes.
See,
I think Ireland need to start like revamping. I think they need to get the more younger lads in. The more younger
the
lads, the
issue
better. I think.
the issue with Irish football is not enough of them play at a top level.
Yeah.
You look at a lot of the Irish kind of roster when it comes to international football. So many of them play in the Championship,
Yeah.
League One, League Two, Irish League, and that's not disrespecting them leagues because, like I said, at the end, if you're good enough to go professional, then obviously you've got something about you. But
Yeah. No, 100%.
you look at all the best countries and their players. A lot of them either play for the top clubs in their respective countries or for top clubs in the top 5 European leagues, being
Yeah.
England, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. So, like, if Ireland can keep turning out young players like Gavin Bazunu, Evan Ferguson, Nathan Collins, these types that are playing at kind of top level clubs, I'm not saying they can go on and win it, but they can do very well and go deep into competitions
Yeah.
with obviously with the right management and stuff like you said as well. And like,
I just hope they qualify. That'd be the main thing. I'd like them to actually get
yeah,
somewhere.
I was gonna say even for Ireland to qualify for any major
Yeah.
tournament at this
That'd be
stage
big.
is going to be a huge step, like for the country. But
Yeah.
look, it's the same with any, you know yourself, football is a sport where anything that can happen, a sport in general. anything can happen. Look at Leicester, 7-8 years ago, went from fighting relegation, winning their last 8 games to winning the league the following season. Like,
no, that's wild. Yeah, no, that's history there. Like, yeah, no, I
like
remember that happened.
3,000 to 1 odds, and they went and won the league after
Yeah,
barely escaping relegation.
that's
So,
great. Imagine throwing a fiver on that. You would have been a happy man, you know.
Any word on where Crow is?
I haven't heard a peep out of him.
At 9 o'clock.
The Crow is gonna sleep by the sounds of it.
He's only 45 minutes late.
No, it's all good. I'm enjoying the chats anyway. I'm enjoying it. You know, but yeah, no, I wasn't really mad into football. I played a bit of FIFA. That's it. Is how I know some sort of fucking football knowledge, I think. And then yeah, like all my mates were mad into it. But yeah, no, I was more into skateboarding.
Yeah,
like 6'5" and skateboarding is that a good combination? You know, I fucked myself up multiple times. But I can barely, like, I don't know, just do a kickflip and a few other bits.
That's like me with brick walls.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not a good combo. Like, I fractured my wrist when I was younger skateboarding. I was like, oh, never again. Like, it's like, I jumped on it once or twice now. There was like skate park close enough to me. I jumped in, tried it out, get the feet wet, I guess. But yeah, no, it was a bit of crack. I don't know. I get the endorphins going, I guess. Do every now and again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do a lot.
We all have our thing.
Need that escape as such as well. Like,
yeah.
It's like myself, like obviously, Jared, you know yourself, like I'm still massive into the football and it's what I want to do, but obviously being on shift work, I can't play it like I want to, so every second week go out for
the gym helps though.
On a Tuesday. Oh yeah.
Having that fitness when you can train, when you do train, you can
cardio up, mate.
Get it better.
That's what I'm saying. Like I go out every Tuesday for an hour, do a bit of 5-a-side, keeps me sane.
Oh, and a bit of football is a grand jumping up into the Astro fields and just kicking the ball around like
exactly.
Like, yeah. I was actually texting my mates not too long ago to try and organise something. Like, it's the only time you can sort of see your mates nowadays, you know?
Literally, yeah. Well, apart from myself and Jared here, that we fucking running him around like a fucking hound in work now.
Having on the leash.
Send me in.
Oh, lad. Literally, like the first week, I'm going to show you what to do, and like this is kind of the process I take with everybody. So, in your case, I'll probably do the first week and a half because you're with me for like half a week next week. First week and a half, I'll basically show you what to do, get you to shadow me around, like obviously run you through everything, like questions that you will have. And
fun fact: I start work tomorrow.
Oh, well, good luck anyway.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, back to work myself now. I don't usually work Mondays, but I'm in tomorrow as well myself. The joys of it, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, second week then I'll kind of go on, kind of do it yourself, kind of shadow you then, and just obviously help you if you need any help or whatever. And third week then hopefully you should be kind of fairly set to.
I can't do it all by the third week. I'm fired.
Yeah, basically.
I will be saying to Washington to get rid of you. But like you'll see, like I said, you'll see yourself in there. Like the work's actually dead handy.
Yeah.
Best thing to do when you start a new job is just ask questions, constantly ask questions, because that's what you see you enthusiastic, and that's the main thing. Like, as long as you're saying enthusiastic and asking questions, even if it's the stupidest question ever, like just to see.
I figured
what does this button do? A big red button says do
my
not
first
push.
ever job was like crazy underpaid and in a warehouse where they were understaffed to bits, and you know you could do a perfect fucking job. It's not enough. I had to figure out how to fucking single-handedly man a fucking potting machine for 2 people and then fucking pot everything myself while everyone was just fucking watering flowers and shit. Because it was for
my first job sucked as well.
A bit of deja vu for you then.
Yeah, it'll be a crack.
Probably the wage will be better than what it was a few years ago.
Yeah, it's fuck ton better.
Yeah.
And it's just your first job in a while, is it?
But I've kind of self-employed throughout college with the content, and then
brilliant, yeah.
Finished college. I'm like, okay, need to get an actual job. Fun fact, man, I have 1,560 active applications.
Wow. Jesus
and it took 5 months to get this fucking job. It's either like I put slurs in my CV or people just don't want to hire. Yeah.
That's the thing, though. You know, like it's like any sort of business. It's not what you know, it's who you know, and obviously you know your mate here. Like so.
And after this, I got interview offers, and I got another fucking.
It's always the way.
Thing.
Always the way. When you get somewhere, that's when these all start looking for you. Always the way. Like, yeah, no, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Applying for jobs sucks, and being unemployed is fucking awful. But like, it's cool for about a week.
Yeah, not until the novelty wears off. Like, oh shit, I can't even order a takeaway.
Like, oh, I have to send 200 applications, and then maybe I'll feed myself this morning.
Nah, treat yourself to a nice takeaway after all the fitness as well.
With what money?
Would be the go-to takeaway though? Would it be a chipper, or would it be a Chinese, or would it be an Indian or Thai, or what?
Kebab tray.
Rice and beans diet straight off. I'm a celebrity.
What is it?
Rice and beans diet straight off. I'm a celebrity. That's my cheat day.
Yeah, no, yeah, stop. Yeah, you're full on committed to the cause, are you?
Why take the foot off the fucking pedal?
Oh, you're saying like don't have takeaways.
I'm not gonna treat myself. I'm gonna torture myself even more. Yeah.
Well, I don't believe in torturing yourself and like starving yourself.
I do.
Set a calorie amount that you're comfortable with, where you can eat and maintain that for a long time. You'll do fine.
My calorie count is I'll eat when I'm hungry, and then
like that's what I'm sort of saying. Like obviously, I told you the other day. Like I'm just back now in the gym. I'm still sort of eating right, but I'm just trying to eat more protein. I'm not counting the calories yet. Obviously, like Christmas is like 2 months away, so I'm just gonna keep eating, get bigger and bigger, and then.
When's the last time you ate bread?
Bread.
You're gonna fucking
today. I had a chicken and cheese toasty today,
man.
And then I had 2 slices of pizza.
That.
Yeah, no, it is. My fitness pal is amazing, but terrible at the same time. It could be your best mate some days, and then your worst enemy. You just want this extra little bit of food. Like, don't kill me.
But there's some great things, right? Like, if you like go to Aldi, whatever, you get those protein pots, protein mousses.
Oh, they're amazing.
150 calories for 20 grams of protein. Yeah. Like, fuck, man, you're set. Eat fucking 2 of those. Eat a bag of popcorn with it.
Aldi has this new yogurt, and it's like 90 calories per pot. And it's like 11 grams of protein each, so like 400 calories for like 44 grams of protein, which is not bad, and it's satiating as well, you know.
Yeah,
so that's what you want. Like,
good job.
I'm sure you'll figure it out over time, but best of luck. It's fucking awful.
Oh no, yeah, it's a nightmare. Yeah, no, it's a love-hate relationship. Like, you know, it's just you're right yourself in your own way. Like, if you feel like you don't need a cheat day, don't do it. Like, you know, I'm a sweet tooth though. I need to eat something. Like, I need to eat something horrible, like to feel good. In a way. Yeah. Good peace mechanism, you know.
I had a takeaway on her birthday. That was pretty sure the last thing like that I had. But like I'd fine, man. I could eat some protein throughout the day. You know. Yeah. It's fine.
I'm fully convinced I'm allergic to Chinese food. I think I'm allergic to the MSG in it, because every time I have a Chinese takeaway, I do be in bits. Like, my stomach does be in bits. I do be curled over. It's either that or just eat way too much, which could be the real reason. But I like to think I'm allergic to it. So yeah, no, yeah. But you know, kebab trays are goated as well. I'm actually starving here now, lads. I shouldn't even start talking about food.
Have you had dinner?
I did have a dinner, yeah.
About to go have some dinner after this.
Oh really? A bit late for the old dinner now.
Yeah. Bad boy.
Oh, Cocoa Pops. You're talking about eating healthy. Worst thing for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I'm the furthest thing from fucking influentially fit as you can find. I will go into the gym, pump iron, and go home and eat a bowl of Cocoa Pops.
No, honestly, it's like.
I mean, you'll get results doing that, but like, not what you'd want. Like, I'm 13 weeks in. I do not look like what I thought 13 weeks would look like.
Yeah, it takes time. You just need to jump on the sauce.
There's offers. There's a guy in the gym.
Honestly, yeah, no, it's crazy.
Who tries to fucking sell them. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Sell SARMs.
No, there's always one. Like, in my last job, one of my mates would go, I can get you an hour off one of the lads, eh? And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. Like, I'll do it. Like, I'd do that if I was like at my physical peak and I couldn't get any better. Like, that'd be the only time I'd ever consider. But other than that, I'm just like, I'm not putting this random shit into my body. Like, you know.
Want to be ready to hop on TRT afterwards?
No, yes, stop too right, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm only 26 at the moment, so I think I have plenty of testosterone in me for now. Give me a few more years, you know. I'm in my prime, I guess.
People don't realize like how easy it is to boost your testosterone, like naturally as well. Like just
100%.
So much shit you can take. Literally.
Yeah, just a few.
Are you using a multivitamin? Okay, we'll start using one. You don't need TRT. You need a fucking vitamin.
Yeah, stop. Get the A to Z ones, you know, the cheap and cheerful ones.
Also, actually, findings at the minute that indirectly creatine can affect your testosterone.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, a couple other things. I take things a bit more seriously when I start seeing them on like official websites like MyProtein or Optimum Nutrition.
Yeah.
And I seen they started doing ashwagandha on. What are you watching?
What is
it? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's a headline here about one of the United players. Looks like there could be a bit of drama unfolding here now.
That's the thing with football. I can never keep up on the politics. That will kill me now. It's so much drama. It's just like, oh no, it's like a girl watching Love Island or something, you know?
When I was in radio in 2021, I think United changed manager like 4 times, like within 3 months or something. There's something crazy.
Say that again.
There was some time in 2022 when, or maybe even one, where United changed its manager like 3 times in the span of 3 months.
Yeah, it might have been 3 times. I think that was the time when they went from, was it?
I was on the radio talking about it, like, they changed it again. I don't think it's actually the manager's fault. Probably more so the players.
I think that was when they went from Mourinho to Solskjaer to what's his fucking name?
Moyes, is it?
Nah, what was his name?
I was handed notes. I never knew what I was actually talking about.
I think that was around that time.
Whoever valued my opinion on football, try to break it to you. I didn't know shit.
Like, what team would you follow now if you were?
Big Liverpool fan.
I was going to say Liverpool.
I was about to call you a United fan because you were reading the news there about it.
I was going to say, you probably won't be able to tell. I'm going to unblur my camera for a second.
I think it's like one of those red bands, is it?
I was going to say, you might be able to tell, you might not be able to distinguish it though, but you can kind of see like the red band. It's basically the Liverpool badge and like NFC, the home around the bedroom.
It looks like shite smeared across the wall, is it?
Basically. It could be. There's brown streaks on there's brown streaks behind me on the wall. Just ignore them.
Yeah, no, like it's like I think in Ireland's like you're either Liverpool or United, and then like there's like the odd Arsenal fan or something.
I was gonna say, like, when it comes to football in Ireland, if you're talking Prem, it's either Liverpool or United, and likewise if it's like Scottish or either Celtic or Rangers, like there's no middle ground.
Yeah, no, you stop. Yeah, like the thing is, with my mates when we were all younger, like one of my mates was a Chelsea fan. All my other mates were United fans, so I was like,
he must have got bullied a lot.
with you. I'm gonna support Chelsea with you to be a good team player, you know. So like when FIFA 12 and 13 were out, I was like, okay, I'll play Chelsea and I'll do my ultimate team with Chelsea players because that's all I know. So all I know is Torres and Drogba, and that's about it. So that shows.
To be fair though, like Chelsea's quite a common one over here. It's when people say like, oh, I'm like a fucking City fan or I'm an Everton fan. You're like in the fucking arsehole of the Bogland village in like Ireland, and it's like, why the fuck? Like, how do you even know what an Everton is?
Yeah. I'd like to go to a few Irish games now. I'd like to actually go to a few Irish matches, like, and just show that support, you know.
Yeah, like
I've been to the Ireland games.
Time and money.
I've been to a few friendlies now over. Like I've seen a couple of Irish games, friendlies and competitive, and then I've seen like Birmingham play a couple of friendlies over here. That's like where I'm from or whatever, so I kind of do follow them as well.
Yeah,
I think I've seen Liverpool once or twice over here as well. So
Liverpool over here
friendlies,
a lot,
like I'm at a kind of stage of indecision at the moment because I know that the new season's kicked off and I know that the Europa League final is in Dublin next year and Liverpool are in that competition.
Start saving.
So I'm kind of like, do I just try and like get my name on a shortlist for tickets for the final now and hope that Liverpool get to the final? Or do I wait until deeper in the competition when I'll have a better idea?
I'd say go, because regardless, if Liverpool weren't in the final, it'd be a fucking class match.
That's what I'm saying. Like a European final for football in Ireland. Like,
it'd be nuts. It'd be manic.
Like, imagine being sat up in the Aviva with a bunch of fucking crack dons from like some fucking back arse town in like fucking Yugoslavia watching their fucking third division team playing against like fucking some fucking Czech team or something in a European final and going out drinking with them after.
Like, you just know you're gonna like that sounds like a good time. I'd like to do that.
You just know you're gonna wake up like buck nude, covered in fucking warts after fucking falling into the Liffey and fucking sleeping on the banks of the Liffey.
Sat in a frog.
Stop,
waking up at warts all over your helmet, like.
On your helmet, Jesus fucking Christ!
Don't tell me you had a good time.
That is disgusting.
A whole lot, like fucking barnacles everywhere, like. But
I'm gonna move this along. Hickey.
Yeah.
No, pleasure, lads.
No, we're not finished. Shut up.
Oh,
you're not going anywhere.
You're moving along. It's like wrapping up.
I'm going to see it.
Gamerfest. Have you applied for your pass or what's going on there?
So for this one in October, is it?
Yeah.
So no, I've already been. I don't know if I'm gonna say, but I'm already being in touch. Like, so I
okay,
think
we're in the same boat.
So
is Willem.
Yeah, we're sweet. Then I'll see you out there then, lads.
Yeah. It was so strange. I've never got an email like that before.
No, stop. Yeah, no, I felt a bit VIP. All right, like I don't know, like when the first Gamerfest came around, obviously I was doing it for so long, like the content was like, and I was like, it feels like a little reward or something, you know.
Loyalty program.
Yeah, a bit of imposter syndrome cracking in the back of my head is like, you're not meant to be here, like, you know.
I think
but,
I went up as a guest this time. I was just walking around, like me and Thomas were walking around, and like
yeah,
I didn't even
Thomas was
fucking
like,
see
"Oh
you.
my god, like look, it's this person, it's this person." I'm like, I couldn't give a shit. Like,
Thomas did his homework. He was well versed, and everyone was there. Even the TikTok people, I didn't have a fucking clue.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's going around to me like, "Oh look, it's like Ryan Maher and
Sean Devitt or something."
I'm like, and I'm just there like, yeah, I know them from seeing them on a screen. I couldn't give two fucks about who they are outside of a screen. Like,
only person I give a fuck about if they shut up was like probably Sean Fitzness or something.
The only person I actually gave a fuck about seeing there was this man right here, because he was the only person I actually fucking bothered to fucking, you know.
That's loyalty there. That's a good friend. That's a good friend.
Now he's gonna scream at me and work on Wednesday.
Number 12 fan right here.
Yeah, like I went with my brother, and it was a great time going out with him, and like all my family been super supportive with like all the shit that I do. They're all fully aware that I do all this stupid shit, like.
Yeah.
So they're all supportive, enthusiastic, and stuff like that. So I couldn't ask for a better like support group.
You do make funny videos too, and I
appreciate it.
I don't think it is a dig. I don't think they get the reach they deserve.
Honestly, I heard
like
that
I see like Aaron the Loco do content that's quite similar, and without shitting on him too much, I've seen you do videos much better than what he's putting out. And
I appreciate that.
I just don't get it.
Compliment, but
I don't
honestly, your man
get
Aaron the Loco, your man Aaron the Loco, and nothing but respect for.
He's goated. He's great.
He's going to be the next big person in the Irish scene, I think.
Well, drop that idea.
Have you seen your man you're talking to right now, brother?
Genuinely, like he's losing viewership on his TikTok and stuff. I'm kind of weird like this. I've been snooping,
looking at analytics and stuff.
He's dropping a shit ton. He was getting tens of thousands of views. Now he'll get in the singular thousands, and with an occasional 10,000, because he's doing this GTA content. It's not doing the same
GTA stuff.
Not doing as well.
But I think it's healthy to jump ship and try something new. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, COD is so fucking repetitive.
Honestly,
did my head in after 2 months of streaming.
The only reason I'm doing Call of Duty at the moment because I actually don't know what else to do at the moment. Like I'm completely lost game wise. I was thinking like getting the Starfield one and see if I can grind some stuff out of that. Like at the end of the day, if I'm on my computer and I'm playing the Xbox, like I'm either making content, recording content, or doing something else. If I wasn't doing any of it, I probably would not be playing video games. I have other shit to be doing, like.
Literally me. I haven't touched.
Not playing games at the minute.
Like, I don't sit down and just like switch off and play fucking Zelda or some shit like that. Like I'm like always like I'm down here 8 o'clock onwards. Family go to bed and stuff like that. I'll sit here. Try and think of an idea, like, and just try and work something up. I don't know. I find it therapeutic as well, like in a way.
I think certain platforms punish gaming content.
100%.
Second, I moved off of
shocking.
it.
I think TikTok's shocking.
Yeah, because it comes off as self-promo content, which they shit on every time.
Yeah.
But when I did archery content, and this is the first content I ever did, that did incredible. I go into streaming. My reach went to dog shit. I had 10,000 followers to start with streaming. Yeah. And then the reach on that went from tens of thousands to 3,000 or 4,000. Okay, gotta hop ship eventually. On fitness, this month, 22 million reach. Just from fucking Instagram. So
the Gorlock video.
That's wild. Yeah, no.
But that's not the whole thing as well. If you remove that, I got 2 million.
Looking at your videos. That's crazy. I'm so happy that like something's working out for you in that sense as well. Especially Instagram, which is probably one of the hardest ones to break through.
Aaron the Loco, another example with him. I've seen him get 40 likes. I've seen him get 180, like a couple, maybe 1,000 views. He has a great like ratio. Like engagement is great in his posts, but they shut it down on purpose. But on TikTok, it'll blow up. I think you could benefit from trying some other stuff. When you do your cinema stuff, I've seen that do very well.
Actually, I want to mention that. Yeah, I do cinema reviews as well. So I'm going around all Ireland, basically, like whatever has cinema in the name.
But how long do you get to do that for? How many cinemas you got, and how many are dog shit?
It's like it's a passion project at the end of the day. Like if I go, like for example, like the first one I ever done was like Dundrum Cinema. And like I will go back there again and review it again and see, like, give it a different rating if I enjoy a better experience. You know what I mean? Like,
the thing with that is as well, like,
you could do, you know.
Like obviously you've got like every individual cinema and how you can kind of review it on its own kind of level with comparisons to the rest of, say, the county or the country. Yeah. But then obviously you've kind of got, like, if you did your first cinema 10 years ago, you can go back now, it could be so much different again. So you can
100%.
almost kind
Yeah,
of
because they're constantly updating
it's
and stuff like that.
exactly. So it's like
Yeah,
you're comparing it to every other cinema, like within the county or within the country, and
yeah,
then you're going back again and comparing it to itself. So it's
definitely.
kind of for as long as cinemas exist, which is probably another like 6 months before they all just combust and fucking melt out. It
The
will be
streaming
a
services. Yeah.
yeah,
I do really enjoy doing it. Like, obviously, it's obviously really time consuming to go to somewhere, especially like if you don't
uh,
live local. Like, I'm sort of at the stage where I have to branch out much further to get to somewhere now.
have
But
you
I
been
do
out
really
this way,
enjoy
have
it,
any
and it's a bit of crack. Whereabouts now is this?
out in kind of Kildare, kind of Offaly area?
No, but I will. I'll
Yeah.
go down. If you want to go to the cinema with me, lads, we can make some
Oh
content. You
boy.
know what I
Good
mean?
stuff. Well, you've got like
Yeah,
kind of a few around us. Like
yeah.
you kind of have like what Nace, kind of Maynooth,
We
Tullamore,
set a day. We go to each one
or
and
not
set
Maynooth,
make a
Mullingar,
different
sorry.
video.
Yeah,
I'd
We
be
just
down in a
walk into this.
heartbeat as long as
power
Yeah,
lifting in the cinema.
yeah. Stop.
having a
Like,
job now. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing whatever on the weekends.
yeah. Like one of
So I
my
was gonna say
mates
like
live
it's
in
easy. It's
Blanche.
easier. It's probably almost easier for you to plan stuff now, Jared, because you know that every weekend you're going to be free.
The worst part
And
about
even
unemployment is not being able to plan for anything.
Yeah,
yeah,
nah, it
And you know
sucks.
what the worst part was, and this is the part that like really got me. Like I couldn't bring Shauna on a date,
Yeah,
and I couldn't treat my girlfriend the things
yeah.
where she
Nah, yeah,
she could do
nah,
it for me. That haunted me. Like
nah. Yeah,
well, like
we'd go on a
that'd be
date, and
discouraging.
I hated it. I just fucking got to me. I
well,
couldn't I couldn't bring it back or do the same thing. So
like
having
obviously
a
like
job now,
knowing you two well enough, I'm sure like from her perspective, it was like she obviously didn't mind because obviously like she could see that you were doing as much as you could, but obviously you'd be the same as me. Like you'd feel bad because like traditionally speaking, the man was always the breadwinner and was always the one that kind of
that affected
went out
me
of
a
the
lot
way to
more
do
than it would
that
affect
shit.
her.
Yeah.
I'm a lot
Well,
more
I'd be the
backwards.
same. I'd be the same as yourself. Like it would
Yeah,
affect me a lot more as well.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah,
it's
no,
such a simple thing, like, but
definitely,
but
100%.
yeah,
like
being able to plan that
not
kind of
even
stuff, I'd be down
not even
to
feeling like you
do
can
it.
turn around to your missus or whatever and be like, oh yeah, like let's go on a date like on Saturday or something, like
Yeah,
because you know that you might not even have enough money to fucking pay to get there, let alone pay for food or whatever. Like,
oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, 100%. No, yeah, no, you won't know yourself. Like going on holidays as well and stuff like that. It'd be a game
yeah.
changer for you.
Well, like
That was another one.
me,
Like we didn't go on our summer holidays, so we're waiting till October now.
Yeah,
So
like,
perfect time. October, you get cheap flights as well, and the weather's even better. Like
there you go.
because everything's sort of not too crazy hot, like in certain like Spain
like
and shit like
I
that.
think what in the 2 years I've been working, little over 2 years I've been working, I've been to
Spain twice.
Majorca twice. I've been to Edinburgh for a few days. I was in Switzerland for a weekend there earlier in the year, and I'm going to Hungary in November. So
Yeah,
working kind of pays.
no, yeah, stop, not too
Working
right.
pays, huh?
Like now, my first holiday was like obviously COVID happened and COVID was a thing. So since then, like my first sort of family holiday was Portugal now this year. So
Yeah,
it was a nice family holiday out as well. But I
yeah,
do
yeah.
want to go. Like I want to tick off like a different place each year, go to a different country each year and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, I don't know. We've been talking obviously like Paris, go Disneyland and stuff like that. I've already been to Paris as well, but I know I
I've
went when I was a
been,
kid,
Wouldn't
so
go
it'd be
now.
good to go back and see if there's any cinemas there as well. So
yeah.
yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
I just go into like fucking the Disney cinema itself, lad.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, yeah,
Like
that's content
the
there.
cinema of all cinemas.
Just out of curiosity here, because you were saying you're kind of getting, maybe not, don't know how you phrased it, bored with
Yeah,
the Call of Duty content. What are you thinking of doing instead, or have you thought about
that's
that?
good. That's a good question. I say that
OnlyFans.
to
Because
myself every day. Like,
I'm starting to
like,
think that it's game over with streaming.
what I started with obviously was Gears, and then PUBG was like the biggest game at the time when I was like starting my streaming and stuff like that. And then obviously Doctor Disrespect obviously inspired both of us in a way because obviously I seen when you first start making content, you had the shades, you had the outfit, the green screen. I had everything like that at one stage myself when I was like playing a character almost like. But
There's the
I
green screen
definitely
all
I wouldn't
retired.
mind. I wouldn't mind
Uh-uh.
going back into doing something like that as well. But I don't know. Playing a character could be exhausting.
No, it's awful.
But yeah,
It's
no,
completely
yeah,
awful.
no, mad respect for him. Like it's crazy. But yeah,
Like I
no, I don't know.
suppose like
Like I'm
it's
looking for a new game to sink me teeth in, to make content, and obviously, I don't know if it starts growing gradually the game itself as well, which would be a win-win. Like I don't want to be the biggest
Minecraft.
person. Yeah, Minecraft will hit Minecraft up.
Say what you want.
Minecraft's goated.
Minecraft is probably one of the only games that has
It,
actually stood the test of time.
100%, definitely. No, couldn't
And I'm
agree more.
saying that as somebody who will only play like the old traditional version of Minecraft. Whenever I
Yeah,
power that bad boy up, which is usually once a week for 3
yeah,
days non-stop, and then I'll turn it off again.
yeah.
I don't fucking play the latest updated versions. I always play like the fucking older kind of
The old
versions.
JavaScript version,
Yeah,
yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Like because that
It's the
fucking
best
version
one.
of the original version of mine, like I still remember when Minecraft came out like what, like 12 years ago now, and Syndicate used to play that.
Pro Syndicate, yeah,
Yeah, like that was my fucking childhood for I don't know
yeah,
how long. That was my childhood until I was like fucking 16.
yeah,
Like coming home from school, whipping out the fucking laptop at home, sitting up with that bad boy open, a fucking mug of hot chocolate and fucking dino fucking fish finger things for dinner.
yeah.
Man,
No, yeah,
what
stop.
a
Yeah, too
fucking
right.
time.
Sounds like a good time already.
Can't
Still
lie,
sounds like a good time.
do you know what? I can't lie. I still sit up now fucking some nights after fucking finishing my evening shift with fucking fish fingers and a hot chocolate and watch
Has
Syndicate
to
on
be
my
done.
TV, lad. I won't even lie to you. I'm
No,
still a
yeah,
big kid at heart, me, lad.
no. I act my shoes, so it's not my age, definitely, 100%. Like,
Yeah,
but
I'm
who
somewhere
I
in the
watched
middle.
who I watched sort of growing up like that inspired me to make videos. Oh no, I used to watch like a lot of Machinima and stuff like that, CNNers, Hutch, and obviously Mr. Sark. Mr. Sark is probably one of the goats in the contents. But if I ever got the chance to like cross paths or fucking do anything like that with him, like that'd be next level. And then Doctor Disrespect was a big one as well and stuff like that. But
I kind of
that'd
fell
be
out of
my
love with
sort of
him.
yeah,
He's pretty cool, but like,
yeah. Like I haven't really watched him much now since ever since he went to YouTube. I never really sort of like jumped over with him.
he just
But
became
I liked his
very, very
highlight reels.
hateful towards everything. Like, he's
Yeah,
played COD for hours. Fucking shit game. Fucking
yeah,
sucks.
It's
You
so
know,
funny because he's just trash.
got famous off Twitch. Fucking purple snakes.
Lad,
Fucking they suck.
like,
yeah,
I'll tell you what, you know, like having seen clips of that Donny playing God, he's basically just me with a mustache and like twice my age. All he does
yeah.
is
Yeah,
gives out
he was
because he's
good,
shit at the
and
game.
then he's
It's
Man,
like
listen,
that.
he didn't
It's
adapt
like
to
that
it too.
meme with
man,
Leonardo.
if I was like fucking another half a foot taller with a fucking crusty ass mustache and fucking blacked out shades or whatever, and fucking 40 odd years old, I'm basically him, lad. Like all I do is go out and I play God, but I do it because I'm fucking it's what I know. Giving out
No,
is
yeah,
like
yeah,
it just comes natural to me. He
yeah.
does it because he's just fucking poo at the game.
Ah, no, like it reminds me of that meme. It was that movie. What was it with Leonardo? Oh, it wasn't the Wolf of Wall Street. What was the other one? The Quentin Tarantino one. He's like, let's
Oh,
face it, buddy. I'm a has been.
yeah.
He's like trying to
But
spark up the smoke.
but
But
it's
yeah, no,
like I
Doc's the
said,
goat.
it's like I said to Jared here, like one of the first episodes we did. We were actually talking about like streamers and stuff, and there he goes. Should
Grabbing
we
something.
should we wait for him to come back?
Yeah, away from.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell this kind of
Here we go.
thing. Oh, there we go.
It's a great T-shirt.
Can you hear me?
Hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to show you the old book.
Oh, you got the you got the book.
Yeah, I have the book and the G Fuel, the old sponsor. I have that in a little shrine there. But yeah,
That
no,
is pretty
continue what
cool.
you were saying, man.
Yeah, no, like I was just saying to Jared because we were actually talking about. I think it was after the first episode we did after Gamer Fest. We were talking about it and like how I was going on like saying like how Crow was going on with a fat hard on it, seeing like Ryan Mar and all these at Gamer Fest, and I was just there like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Like they're just people.
I know,
And
100%. At
we
the end of the day, like
we
they're
ended
just
up getting
people.
onto because we were talking about like like what their
But
niche
you're
is or what
weird
kind of
like that.
what they do to kind of like blow up and kind of
Like
I
branch
was watching
themselves out. And
I was watching the little panel thing briefly. I was all right, but everyone's growth. Like I said at the very start, everyone's growth's different. Like you know what I mean?
we'll see. Like I said it to Jared, I was like, obviously, like you have to have some sort of personality or whatever to be able to do it behind a screen and blow it up online
Definitely.
and kind of get to that stage. But it's like I said to Jared, you give them a mic in public, people are going to sit down and listen. That
Yeah.
doesn't make them special. You give me a mic in public and let people fucking listen to me. Like,
you could have, like, I think we said this on the day. If we hyped up that Will was this big, massive FIFA content creator or something,
Oh,
and we
100%,
put him on that stage, everyone's in,
like,
everyone's
that's what I'm
listening.
saying. Like, you
Oh,
put me in a public place with a lanyard around my neck and give me a microphone, people are going to listen.
I was going
Like,
around with my business cards and stuff like that, and I had my brother filming me going around, like just trying to make some content on the day. And like kids were coming up to me, like wanting to get like a photo and stuff like that, thinking I was like a big YouTuber because I just had the camera, like, and like they probably
yeah,
didn't even know who I was, like, you
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
I
Like,
actually have it around.
I was saying
Oh,
it to
he's whipping it
Jared,
out.
and it was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Like, obviously the likes of Ryan Maher, Sean, and whoever else is there, like the Garage or whatever, they have a personality online. Obviously, they're good at the games they play as well. But at the end of the day, you put them in public and give them a mic, people are going to listen. You put me in public, give me a mic, say a few bits to make people want to fucking come listen to me. They're going to listen. Like, it's just it's human nature. You see somebody in public with a microphone, or you see somebody doing something in public. It's like if you
see someone busking. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Stop.
Like,
yeah. Oh no, I have no respect. Anyone in the sort of same sort of space and realm that like isn't the same sort of weird hobby that I do. Like, I have nothing but respect for them. You know, like so.
I know it's like I said to Jared as well. I'm just going to like obviously like Jared into the kind of the content creation ever. Like, you fucking keep doing you, buddy. Like, I'll support you until you stop doing it. I said that to Jared, but I did say to him as well. Like, at the end of the day, it's going to come a stage where it just won't be feasible. And based on what we were saying there a while ago, like with the whole content creation kind of seeming to die out for a lot of people at the moment.
Yeah,
like,
it's so oversaturated. Like, it is unbelievably oversaturated.
Not trying to expand my stiffy right now for how right I was, but well, you know, the table might start levitating in a minute.
Like, I'm amazed. I got the invite to Gamerfest because I'm not even streaming anymore.
I was going to say, I haven't streamed in a couple of months.
I have been 2 months out of it.
And like I said, though, look at the reach you have just from still making content anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm sticking with fitness for a while.
Like, if you look, you actually look at who was at Gamerfest. Like, take Ryan Maher and Shauna, for example. They do a lot more kind of day-to-day kind of stuff.
I don't know anything about Ryan, but I seen like 4 or 5 videos of Shauna.
Like sort of like FIFA, like sort of FIFA or gaming related content, where like he's playing like 2 characters, like one's being the kid playing the game, and then like the dad walks in and stuff. Like, it's all sort of gaming in that sort of gaming realm.
Yeah,
I think that's
like it's
sort
not
of
actually. It's kind of the povs of gaming or whatever. Like, it's not like straight up gaming. Like,
I'm not too sure now, but I've like one of my mates, like, he's doing really well on TikTok. His name's Junior Hobo. He does like FIFA content and stuff like that. I actually like went to school with him. Went to secondary school with him, and worked with him at one stage as well in the same job. And like, I was just delighted to see his like growth. Like, he really went up like on the like tier things. And he said your man Roy Mars like proper soundy as well. So I'll take his word for it, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't meet him on the day.
What's up?
Bro was asking her if we're good on the pod. Was she there a minute ago?
If he wants to hop in.
To him,
yeah. One thing that's kind of I've said this like a couple of times. I don't get why you and Crow are willing to do a podcast, but don't do any kind of content.
See, the thing I was actually going to go.
We'll expand on it when he gets in here. But he's made videos that have got millions of views. He did edits. Really? Remember he did those TikTok edits, like Star Wars stuff or whatever.
The Harold Dixon ones and stuff.
Like, he's capable of it. He has the skills to do it. I think it's just a shyness or something like that with him.
Honestly, to jump up on like a podcast of any sort, or even just jump up in the public eye, like not much respect, you know. But like,
I feel like this is pretty easy compared to other content forms.
I think it's a good contrast where you're like sort of in the content sphere of it, and then the other 2 lads are sort of just like mates. You're all mates, just having a chat as well, and it feels more like real and authentic. It's very similar to like the Talking Bollocks lads. Like, they just started doing a podcast. They weren't in the sort of social media sphere of things, you know.
See, kind of the thing for me was like, because I actually did I say it to you, Jared, or did you say it to me about like, you know, doing a podcast again or whatever? I can't remember.
We were both shit faced after Wetherspoons, and we agreed.
That was when we
bring it up to Crow. Yeah,
cheap drink went to the head.
We met an American comedian I used to do interviews with, and we're like, why don't we do this?
You know what I think the thing for me was, Jared, like, because obviously like this is going back to like when you were doing like the Awfully Irish podcast during COVID. Like, you used to have me on to like kind of do the stream switches, and then obviously I've jumped in with you a bit. I think the thing for me is kind of, it's not actually doing it because it's something I want to do like as a full-time thing, but like it's kind of been at the stage now like where I've kind of been through so many phases with like Jared and whoever over time, like the last couple of years, where I've kind of been there like in the background, but not actually been there as such. So I suppose it's kind of like, for me, it was like, but you know what, like, if the lads want to do it, we'll do it, and I'll actually just fucking throw myself in front of a camera for an hour and a half every Sunday and make bollocks of myself.
But the advantage that you have, that people would normally take advantage of it, is like, when I started, I'd no one to fucking talk to. I'd no one to ask. So if I should I post on this as well? I'd no one to say, you know, post on all short form platforms and just get the reach. I had no one to give me advice and so on. You have that, and you have, you know, a little bit of extra time on the weekend, and you have, you know, you work, so you have some money that if you want to sink into it. Like, you have all these different things. If you wanted to take it serious and do it, you could do it.
Yeah.
And even for this, like, this would grow faster if you were also producing content and it linked in any way to this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel you're in a great position, better than most if you ever wanted to start.
Oh yeah, like I am in quite a
100%.
privileged position, like financially. Like obviously I've got a bit of reach that I can, you know, leech off of you with or whatever. But
yeah, and I have no problem with that as well. People get pissy about that. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm down.
But yeah, like I said, like I kind of just do it because,
helps everyone at the end of the day.
It's not really doing it because it's something I said. It's not something I really want to. Obviously, like I have a bit of crack doing it, whatever. And I get enjoyment out of doing it, but it's not something I want to do. Like do as like a fucking kind of be all and end all. Like I said, it's more so just because I've been through that many phases with Jared or whatever.
Yeah,
but I look at it as a hobby as well. Like it's never been like this is gonna be my job. It's like no, I post funny shit and it works.
Like not saying that anytime Jared jumps on stream, people are like, oh my god, like where's Willem or whatever. It's just like I've been through so many phases of doing like appearances as a guest or like a standing host, or whatever. It's like, you know what? As much as I believe that people aren't worthy of my presence because I don't want to share my presence with myself, you know, people need some of me every Sunday at fucking whatever time. So gotta give the people what they want.
Exactly. Yeah. No. 100%.
So be it knock off fucking colonoscopy stories about me being fingered by an Indian man or following through on a wet fart in Spain. The people need
more
these
context
stories.
for those.
Yeah.
Well,
go back and watch our previous episodes. You'll get all the context you want.
There are clips on that.
See, I ain't feeding you these stories. You go back and watch them yourself.
But, no, 100%. So what you're getting at is basically, I'm happy doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I work 5-6 days a week. I make money. I'm not dead or living on the street. I'm chilling.
Yeah, no, you feel like honestly, the way you're describing it, I feel the exact same way. Like the way I see it and the way I see streaming, like the way I see streaming, I think it's the perfect analogy. It's like fishing. Like you can go out and fish every single day. One day you could catch one fish. One day be fucking crickets, no fish want to fucking bite. Depends where you swim. Depends how consistent you are. What areas you know where to go to fucking fish. And then like one day you could get fucking hundreds of fish. You know what I mean? So like there has been days where I was streaming 0 viewers. Majority of the days, one day it'd be 10 viewers, one day I could get a host off someone, 500 viewers, and you're just like, all right, you're laughing, like, you know. I don't know, I find it fun. It's a good pastime, you know.
I just like to complain, and I know I've got stories that I can tell that might make people laugh, even if it isn't my expense, you know, like the follow through story from Spain, or you know, the Indian fingering one or whatever. So, you know, there's a few there that kind of, if you word it right, people will be intrigued and want to fucking find out more. So, you know,
if you build it, they will come, as they say.
Now, I believe you to a degree, Will, but I think eventually you'll probably fall into doing something. Because I remember there was a point where you're going to start streaming as well, and you were streaming. So we'll see. We'll see. You've said no.
You might catch the bug. You might catch the content bug.
I think one day, you know what? I like doing blank at the minute. I could make some videos on that.
Maybe one story I have that gets put into a reel or whatever will fucking blow up on fucking TikTok or Instagram or whatever with the podcast page, and then I'd be like, "Who is this guy? We want more of him," and I'll get a fat stiffy.
Do a bit of story time.
Yeah.
Sunday
stories with Big Willie.
It's hard to know what to do when you do start. For some guys, like, oh, I like Minecraft, I'll do Minecraft videos.
Yeah.
So some people, like, the gaming stuff is very easy. Because it doesn't take all that much creativity.
Yeah. But, it's just getting it organized. That's the main thing. Like, just getting the equipment and shit like that.
So the other side of it as well is, like, content creation has gone from being like a nice like half-hour sit down and watch to like being a 30-second short form instead nowadays. So it's so crazy. Fucking hard to do it the traditional way. Jared is fucking folding in right now.
I hate it, but I do it because it works.
Like in a traditional sense, you can't be a traditional gamer anymore or content
I only
creator.
got like TikTok recently. Like I was so like against like putting like making content on it. I was like, no. And then I was like, oh fuck.
How stupid do you feel now?
Yeah. No.
I felt like a goober when I would cave and I'm like, oh, I missed out in 2 years of lockdown where I could have made the stupidest content that would have worked.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like the way I see TikTok and YouTube, like when I look at my YouTube analytics, like I get a few thousand views on my shorts and stuff, like the sort of main stuff that I'm posting on. It's literally the exact same content as TikTok. It's all coming from the States. All my TikTok like content and stuff, it's all Ireland, UK, and probably Canada. The odd time it'll probably pop in the algorithm. So you just see like you could build a big Irish presence on TikTok. You could bring it with you to move onto like YouTube content as well. Like, so just get your name and face out there.
Just doing it on 1 or 2 platforms, doing everything.
Oh no, 100%. I Slack on Facebook now. That's the only one I sort of
slack. Oh lad, if
Facebook Reels hit or miss.
I'm just saying, you know, if I had an OnlyFans page, our fucking podcast shit would be going up on that as well, lad.
Just get the toes out again, man. You'd be grand.
That's what I'm saying, lad. Wait till you see these bad boys. Fucking put these stompers up here for a few. Oh, that hurts.
Right. Control alt print screen. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah. Actually, I have a funny story. You guys know about Foot Finder?
Oh,
is this the celebrity thing? Is it where you find the celebrities? Yeah, no, that's fucked.
We're playing D&D when I was in college. You know, buddies.
You're a big virgin.
Yeah, yeah. Go on. But yeah, we were doing that, and one of the guy who was like the what do you call it, dungeon master, whatever.
Yeah, sure he was.
We basically gave a challenge, like, okay, you have 3 guesses at whose feet these are.
Oh man,
how's this in a D&D quest?
Yeah, it was this silly little thing of like, little goblin was like, well, if you can pass, if you can find out what this is or who owns these, because I've been looking.
That sounds like a Family Guy bit, like, honestly.
Yeah, and basically, goes to first. Well, who do you think it is? Beyonce. Nope.
Yeah.
Who do you think this is? Blank. Fail. Gets to me. Ariana Grande. His face, man, I'll never forget it. It went from like this. You're supposed to fail this. No one was gonna get this to like. How the fuck did you know that? Like, you broke character as well. Like, it was fucking hilarious. And you know what? I don't know how the fuck I guessed it as well.
Nah, you probably just thought it like the most trending celebrity at the time.
I was like, that is very like racially ambiguous. Who owns these feet? I'm gonna guess Ariana Grande. Because, you know, you see like the lighting, they could have been black, they could have been white. I have no fucking idea. Same with her, you've no idea. I was like, I don't know, fuck it. Who's gonna show up first on this?
He's somewhere in the middle. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but that was I think it was a good moment in the game or whatever. But I don't think any of the guys ever looked at me the same after.
Oh really? Yeah,
just because you had
a weird issue going on.
Yeah, like how the fuck did he know those feet?
You just know pop culture to a level that you can identify a celebrity by their feet. That's not weird. That is skill.
No one changes their shoes around me anymore.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you.
You're just going past you.
Work are specifically giving you your own room to change your shoes in work.
Yeah.
Stop, that's gas.
You have to change your shoes in the car park.
A pair of boots in the locker or whatever. Like, who owns these fucking boots? Oh, that's Will.
Your socks fucking smell.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that belongs to Deirdre. Yep.
And what sort of inspired you to make the podcast? Did you have any sort of like inspirations for the pod?
What do you think the inspiration was? Because I told Willem about someone mentioning it's like something else.
Oh, is it PKA, is it?
It's not even PKA. Like, Awfully Irish was like this back in COVID.
Really? Yeah.
I couldn't think of a way to make a Zoom call look pretty, and then I eventually did, and it was like, okay, I'll set up this whole little frame, whatever. And then afterwards, they were like, people commenting like, this is a PKA ripoff, or like young PKA. We had a post trending in the PKA Discord, or not Discord, the fucking Reddit, that, you know, it was like a young PKA. It was so weird.
They hunted you down.
Because
who even are these fucking PKA fuckers? Because you said
okay, so PKA are like the goats. OG YouTubers. So Woody's gamertag guy who owns it. I think he owns it. Yeah, he was a big Minecraft YouTuber.
Yeah, and Call of Duty.
Oh, a verified virgin.
Then there was Kyle, who was FPS Russia.
Yeah.
Then there's Market Durka. Who's Market Taylor?
Taylor. Yeah.
And
so they're the 3 guys, but it was originally Wings of Redemption. He started the podcast.
Oh, that fucking fat nonce.
Yeah. There's a thumbnail where I put your head on Wings of Redemption. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Picture of him in training for his boxing thing.
But I really do like PKA.
That's like
pretty
good.
Goats. They're the goats. Yeah, no, it's hilarious content.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't watch it. But they are pretty good.
I'm not lying.
Every Wednesday and Saturday.
Because I didn't even know who the fuck they were.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I only really care about what Kyle has to say. Like,
they're vegetables to me. I just don't like them. Never tried them. Don't want to like them.
I don't know who the other guys are. I knew FPS Russia growing up. I could recognize that. He was like, at one point, he was the 10th most subscribed YouTuber.
Yeah.
Remember all the controversy? I think he carries the show in a way, but
I think they all have their own personalities for it. Yeah. Like him and Woody's gamer tag, I knew 100%, but Taylor, I didn't know. But I think he's the funniest one in the whole bunch.
Because he's only 20.
He's on about same as he's about like 29 or something, 28.
Yeah, like not that much older than me, but he looks so fucking old.
Yeah, no, he does look like very.
He's got a weird head.
Mid-30s. He's meant to be a big lad though. He's meant to be muscly. Like
oh yeah, they all are. Yeah.
I'd take them in a fight this round.
But yeah, there's a little bit of inspiration on that.
Give me a time and a place. Put me on a fucking Christmas card and fight them. I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking tag team them all.
The funny thing is, this is called We Gotta Talk, which is WGT, and his channel logo is WGT, Woody's gamer tag. Oh, you know who came up with the name? Willem, who had never heard of him before.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
It was called CKO, which was Cavan Kildare Awfully, which was just a placeholder.
Screams virgin.
It was a 2-episode placeholder until we could think of something.
You see, the name we have now fucking works because it uses our initials and it gives it a catchy enough fucking name.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Them fucking PKA dons are just fucking fat virgins trying to leech off us for a bit of
I think it was just a red overlay as well.
Listen.
Well, they don't have they have a grey one.
No, listen. The only reason we're getting mentioned in the same breath as them is because they're probably falling off because they're fucking shite and want a bit of a fucking attention. Yeah, I know they're probably not falling off. They just want attention. I think who can we fucking pick off to fucking use and expose for a bit of fucking...
This is not a hot take.
I don't want to be in their Reddit again.
This is cruel. A cold take more than anything.
I'd fucking send this right into them. I don't give a fuck. I don't know them. I don't give a shit about who they are or what they do. Fucking send them my way.
Got some respect for Kyle. That's about it.
Nah, get out.
I love it.
And Taylor's kind of funny.
I'm a big fan.
Get out.
Woody's pretty funny.
Get out. Fucking wasp on my computer. Nah, get out.
Don't let the wasp take you out now. That's one of them coming for you.
I think you said this as well. You don't listen to podcasts, do you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
But when you're in work, you have the earbud in your ear. Like, what are you listening to?
I put music on the computer until I'm finished working.
Listen to fucking music in work?
Yeah, like I have music on the computer. I have my Spotify. I'll tell you what I have, right? I have my Disney Plus.
Old.
Lad, I have my Disney Plus, my Netflix, my Sky Go, and my Spotify all logged in on the work computer.
How much do you get paid an hour?
€14.03 an hour.
3 cents? 14.03 cents.
Yeah.
That's not bad for watching Disney.
That's what I'm saying. Every 2 weeks on the evening shift, lad, I do about 4 hours of work every day and watch fucking football or Netflix or Disney for 4 hours. And you will see that this week, Jared, when we're on evening shift. We have fuck all to do. Especially with two of us.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sounds like a good time.
Good ball. I look forward to working. I've been so depressed not working. This is
getting into a rhythm.
Genuine. This is the shittest I've ever felt. The last 5 months have been the worst 5 months of my life.
Well, you know what they say.
I cannot fucking wait to get in.
You know what they say. You need to have the bad times to appreciate the good. You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah. And people were talking to me like, "Oh, it's like a meat factory. Like, are you?" My mother was the funny one. She was like, "It's a meat factory. Are you going to be okay with that? Like, are you just taking it because you have to?" Like, I'm so fucking excited to work in a meat factory. Her face has changed. Like, oh shit, he's actually looking forward to this.
I was gonna say to you, like, people are gonna say stuff to you, like have these misconceptions of what they think it's gonna be like, when in reality you're not gonna be anywhere near the meat at all. Apart from,
I've already told people I have to shoot a pig in the head every day. I have to look into its eyes and just that little piston thing just boom.
I've always felt a bit bad for the pig. Like the pig is just a very fascinating animal.
Give it a name and shove that bastard into a hydraulic press and watch
Like,
oh, hi, Kelly.
Amazing.
Oh, you look really big. Wow. There, you're going to be a little pet. Oh, your little ears? Okay. Oh, what's that, Donnie? He's up next? Oh, that's cool. Boom. Brains everywhere. I'll be smiling the whole time.
Oh, stop. Like, I'm never not going to stop eating pork.
Bang, that's $13.50 an hour.
I just love pigs. If we could have a pet pig, I would, like, and one of those little teacup micro pigs.
Oh, to be fair, lad,
don't come to Brady's ham. Don't fucking go there.
They're meant to be smarter than dogs as well. Pigs are as well.
Yeah, supposedly. But it's in a different kind of way.
The way I see it, though, like one of them eats shit, the other one rolls and shit. So which one really is smarter?
My dog rolls in shit as well, surprisingly.
That's a hybrid, that lad. That's not a
Yeah.
fucking
Hybrid.
dog. That's a hybrid.
Yeah, but their intelligence, like if you put yourself in their brain and to experience life through their eyes, it would be so insanely different. Same with like octopus or whatever, and people are like, well, they're also intelligent. Well, yeah, they probably think in such an extremely weird way you couldn't comprehend
escape. That's about it. Like,
yeah, it would shatter your mind.
Situation.
You took that perspective.
It's wild. Like you could have just a normal pig, fuck it out into the wild, and it just like it adapts. Like it turns into a boar. Like
people
over time,
do
like,
that.
A bit like me.
No, but like pigs are like just like it's crazy. Like the fur change, they grow tusks as well. Like their like natural body like just changes.
Lad, I'm so glad you said the word tusk because I've been wanting to talk about what I'm gonna spiel off here now, right?
All right, go on.
Before you do, has Crow said anything back yet?
Yeah, he's being too much of a virgin. Doesn't want to jump in.
He's not getting on.
No, he says, "Oh, you've already got Hickey.
We don't need him.
People." That's what I said. I said, "Fuck you, we don't need you, big virgin. Get out, go to bed."
Doesn't get paid this month.
For you.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to change the initial soon.
Yeah, we'll sub you in instead.
Yeah.
Shoot
whenever, lads. I'll be down.
Lad. But yeah, so just because you mentioned like growing tusks and shit there, right? So I watched a movie last Saturday that I only heard about because of TikTok, and this is a movie from 2014, right? It's called Tusk.
The Walrus guy.
Have either of you heard of this movie? I watched this movie last Saturday because I heard about it on TikTok. It might just be the most tapped shit I have ever seen in my life.
Did you see my face just drop there?
Yeah,
when I
seen
went into
that.
Google Images.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
But like, do you know what the
Human Centipede shit is?
Do you know what? It's been called worse than the Human Centipede.
Wow.
Every review I've seen has said that it's worse than Human Centipede.
Next time I come into this call, I'm gonna have Tusk underneath the belt and I'll watch it and we'll have a chat about it.
Like, all I can say is, I feel like such a fucking goober because it's one of them movies that it is so fucking bad and should never even be made into a movie. But you have to watch it because you're intrigued with all this shit you hear about it.
Yeah. I've never heard of this. Is the first time hearing of it. Like,
I purposely fucking set up a brand new email just to get 7 days free fucking Amazon Prime Video just to watch this movie.
I'm gonna give it a watch.
That's how bad it was that I was like, just for the sake of it.
Yeah. I was actually watching just before I came in. That's why I was like, I'll be a little bit late. I was watching with the family there. I was watching Meg 2.
Yeah.
The new one.
Decent movie.
It's just a popcorn watch, really. Like you switch the brain off, and like that's
it.
Like,
it is classic cinema in every sense.
100%. Yeah, no, definitely. It wasn't bad. Like it wasn't amazing either. It wasn't like not gonna take any awards.
Actually, question for you, Hickey, because I know you're a bit of a movie guru yourself.
I like a bit of movies there and there.
Jared, you yourself now, obviously, me, you, and the lads went to Dublin here. What was it, 2 years ago? Spent the night in Dublin. You, Thomas, and Dara. We went to see Fast and Furious 9 when it was out at the time.
Okay.
So you fellas aren't really fans of the Fast and Furious franchise.
The last Fast and Furious movie I actually went out my way and watched was Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Because that's probably one of the best movies ever. Like, but I don't really watch them. I wouldn't mind watching them because I heard they're like they have a cult following for a reason. Like, and then all the spin-offs.
That's what I was gonna say, right? So, like in like a lot of the kind of last 2 or 3 movies, some of the stuff that they do in the movie is just so outlandish it would never happen.
They go to space and they go like underwater and shit.
That shit was insane.
But you know what?
Next Fast and Furious to be going into the Titanic, like.
But this is the argument I have with this, right? The stuff that they do in their movies is so outlandish and unrealistic that it is what makes prime cinema. Because movies are not meant to be real. Movies are meant to do the impossible and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, so like I can see why people would think like, oh, it's so bad because it's not realistic. But yeah, that is what cinema is. Yeah. Cinema is about the dumb shit that just isn't real. And the argument I have, I actually got into a full blown argument with one of the lads that I knew from school about what I'm gonna say to you. Because he fucking hates the Fast and Furious franchise, but he's a big Marvel fan. Same as myself.
Okay, yeah.
And I basically turned around to him and I said that he can believe that some big fuck off purple alien cunt with a fucking chin like a wang can snap his fingers and erase like 3.5 billion people. But he can't believe that some of the shit done in Fast and Furious could actually be done.
Oh no,
and he
like that is a perfect
lost.
Yeah,
he
no, that's a perfect
lost
one.
the plot.
Yeah,
he lost the plot.
You won that argument, but it sounds like
I turned around to him and I was like, you can believe that a big purple cunt from space can come in, snap his fingers, and erase half the fucking population, but you can't believe that a big fuck off industrial military plane could be shot down in the right circumstances with the power of highly fucking massive engine cars and fucking industrial grappling hooks. I just made that argument.
No,
and
no,
he
it's a brilliant
was
one.
fucking, he went mad. I was like, but am I wrong? And he was
Yeah,
like,
no.
oh, just fuck off. And I was like,
Yeah,
man.
no, yeah. No,
Like,
you got him. You had him hook, lock, and sync. Like, that was
like that's the argument I make. Like,
Yeah.
say what you want about the Fast and Furious franchise, but it is cinema personified. Like, it is.
The thing is with Fast and Furious, I think the only reason that I didn't really appeal to Fast and Furious when I was young, I wasn't really mad at the cars.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only thing. I love all the superhero stuff. I love all the Marvels. Like right in front of me, behind this monitor, is like a wall of Funko Pops of all different Marvel characters and stuff like that.
Yeah. But don't get
behind
wrong.
me as well. Like,
love Marvel myself. Like,
yeah.
But like, I just think it's so funny. Like, I said it to him, and he was like, he just got so fucking ticked because he knew how right I was.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, you won that argument. That
Like,
was
don't
like
get wrong. Like I know the shit they do in Fast and Furious is just so unrealistic that it would
Yeah.
make fucking whatever. But like I said, like when I think of cinema, Fast and Furious is the best example you can think of because it is just fucking like it is so out there as being so wrong that it is just so right at the same time.
Definitely. That's why like the Mission Impossibles back in the day were so popular and stuff like that because it's so unrealistic.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
If you can believe that some fucking Indian Donny can merge two fucking strands of DNA from a fucking lizard and a fucking eagle and fucking bring back dinosaurs and
shit. It's supposed to be dinosaur DNA and frog DNA in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
like,
fucking bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you believe that some Indian Donny with a bit of money can just fucking acquire like DNA strands and bring back dinosaurs, but you can't believe that a plane could be shot down by cars and grappling hooks. Like,
yeah, but the same thing with like Liam Neeson. Like, you believe Liam Neeson can fucking knock out everyone and fucking hunt down people and find his kid, you know?
Yeah.
And then the Taken movies or James Bond as well. Like, yeah, no, 100%. Like,
if you picked a bad one with Jurassic Park, there is a degree that you could go with it.
Yeah,
like
I've seen all the Jurassic ones.
Field of study with it.
But again, like the Jurassic Park movies are like just so outlandish and like the idea of them, like especially the newer ones where you're like making hybrid dinosaurs and shit in labs.
Yeah.
No, 100%, yeah.
Again, like it's you look at that and like, well, you can believe that could be possible, but you can't believe that, you know, shit Fast and Furious that happens could happen.
The way they can do dinosaurs now, with the Chickenosaurus project at the Corners fronting, they can do almost everything except give it teeth and a tail. So all the cool shit you want is gone. They can give it like a crocodile like snout, but it won't have enamel teeth. Like teeth form, but they're a lot more like, you know, proto teeth. They're not actually teeth. They can't get the tail any longer because it's kind of fused in chickens. They can get it to walk like a dinosaur. You know, like the knees are kind of bent backwards. They can get what else can they do? They can make the arms face forward, like you know, like little T-Rex kind of thing. They can do that shit. But
if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck,
it's definitely.
But the thing is, the way they do it is through atavistic genes. So it's basically turn on a gene that's there doesn't get used. But if that chicken, this dino chicken, had babies with another chicken, it wouldn't be born like that. It's like turning on the gene for tails in humans. Yes, we have it, but it never really turns on, and there's no use for it.
Speak for yourself, lad.
Show us then, go on.
And that's a wrap on today's episode. Thanks so much, and see you guys later.
Bro's got the tail. Bro's chasing tail.
That's hilarious. But would you be up for like horror movies and stuff like that? Would you like horror, or what would be your like sort of genre?
See, like the thing that always puts me off watching horror movies is for every like 4 that you have that are just pure for cinematic entertainment, there's always that fucking one horror movie that like at the start is like, oh, based on true events or based on actually happening. Like, no, brother, get away from me. Like, fuck no. Like,
I get what you're coming with, like all the Conjuring ones, like based on true events or some shit like that.
Like loosely.
Obviously, like I've watched Tusk, I've watched Old, which are kind of classed as horrors, even though they're more kind of thrillers or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't like, I'm not gonna sit down and purposely make myself like fucking watch a horror movie.
Yeah, I'd go in my way and watch one now the odd time. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I love horror, but I appreciate them.
Like, I think the the thing about movies as well is they've become so predictable nowadays.
100%.
Like
there's a limit to creativity.
Like how
many
it's like, oh,
father-daughter stories can you make?
Like, I'm gonna put on this horror movie, and that lady in the white gown with black hair and like pretzeled up arms definitely isn't gonna come chasing after me every time I turn away. Fuck no. He's not gonna go from the end of the hallway to my fucking lap in no time.
Literally.
God no.
Perfect example you just said there. Like in the Meg 2 one, it's not even a spoiler. Like there's like, oh, someone sabotaged this thing, and you're looking around. It's like, oh no, it's either him or him, and then like it comes down to it's like, oh yeah, it was him.
A room with two people in that it could have been, and it's like,
stop,
if one person's trying to get them out, the other person's trying to do fuck all about it. It's like, oh, I wonder who this could have been.
No, exactly, yeah. But yeah, no, it's like, I don't know, I can't think of it like a proper good movie. I was like, the last good movie I went to see New Ninja Turtles, which was really good. I actually enjoy it. I do really appreciate animation in movies as well.
Yeah.
Like, I love the new Spider-Man as well. I didn't see the new Avatar. I didn't get around to seeing it. It's just, I thought like sitting there for 3 hours, it was like, oh fuck. I was gonna see Oppenheimer as well, and I was like, 3 hours.
Barbie was okay. It was.
I heard Barbie's good.
People will defend it tooth and fucking nail.
Yeah.
But there was moments in there where I'm like, okay,
isn't that like?
Sorry, I have a penis. Like, there's still some rough moments in there.
It's called the Barbie movie. You need to go in with that understanding. It's going to be a girl-powered movie almost.
I have a girlfriend. I had to go fucking see it.
Yeah.
Did I see that's become the highest-grossing movie in Irish history?
Yeah.
Like if you go see fucking G.I. Joe, it's going to be a lad movie almost. You know what I mean? Or was it the Expendables? Like that's a bro movie. You know.
But like I'm looking at it, I'm like obviously there was a lot of hype and stuff around Barbie. But you look at the movies that have been released down the years and been released in Ireland, like, you've got so many blockbuster movies, and a fucking movie about Barbie is the highest grossing movie in the history of Irish cinema.
Yeah.
Like,
they just cater to the audience, that's it.
But see, the thing about it was so many people were bringing their kids to see that movie.
Yeah, and it became a meme to dress up and like dress all the pink, like dress up as Ken and stuff like that. It's like very similar to like when Despicable Me was coming out, everyone was dressing up as minions going.
But it united like two different kinds of people. Like a lot of that like incel, like literally me stuff. Those guys wanted to see it. Girls wanted to see it with their boyfriends. Like it was just it reached everyone in some kind of positive way.
Did either of you see this kind of weird trend that seems to be coming out because of the Barbie movie as well, where people are actually breaking up with their boyfriends because of the empowerment they've like found in the Barbie movie?
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
like I've actually seen like
get a fucking life
clips of TikTok and shit like where it's like lasses are saying like, oh, I went to see the Barbie movie and then I broke up with my boyfriend because I felt so empowered and shit. I'm like,
anything for a few viewers.
Well, also, that's part of it. Like, how much of that is actually true?
Yeah.
Like I've said a lot of dumb shit on social media, and like I've meant like 4% of it.
100%. The exact same. Like
because I know it'll get your fucking attention or rage bait.
No, yeah.
Like you think those beginner exercises things are real? Holy shit!
Like it's like if you're watching a TikTok video, it's like, oh, here's these Amazon home hacks, and your man's like at the very first start, it's like the spaghetti on the floor, like, and it's like the plates upside down or some shit like that. It's like they get people talking and replying. It's like, oh, you didn't do this properly or some shit like that.
That's what's killing content at the it's fucking terrible.
TikTok is just breaking people's brains, man.
Lad, that comment that Lorcan put on one of your reels about one of the beginner exercises that fucking had me in stitches laughing.
What did he say? Forget.
Was it the Pangea reforms or something?
Oh
3x3 Pangea
yeah, you think that's hard? Try reform Pangea.
Stop. Like, that fucking had me in stitches laughing.
There's some good ones.
Oh man.
I think I'm gonna spam those for a while. Like everyone has their thing that makes them recognizable in the gym community. Shizzy, he's this fucking blonde guy who looks like a guy from Baki. Who else we got? Granny Guns. She's interesting because she's an old lady doing bodybuilding. Jesse James West, well, he makes content for kids basically. He's like the bodybuilding Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Muscle Pilled, he puts on a helmet. Tall Knight, he put on a helmet. So I've been considering if I get considerably jacked, to just do all the workout stuff with the glasses. There's no one does the glasses, but also like it's annoying having to make yourself recognizable in that way. Yeah. But also you can say more absurd shit. Like if I'm just showing my face, I can't, make more detailed Gorlock posts. Otherwise it comes off like semi-serious, threatening. But if I put on sunglasses or that fucking mask behind me, you know, it would be pretty. I think it would be obvious it's a fucking joke.
No, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
It's a bit like me when I made that comment about, what was it, gas chambers in like our second episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need context.
It made a.
We were talking about segregation or something. What were we saying? Oh, we were talking. I was giving out about how influencers and stuff were getting invited to like the Met Gala and all these like prestigious award ceremonies.
Yeah.
We were basically saying like how we like the lads were saying like, oh, so you think there should be like an equivalent for like streamers and content creators and stuff like. And I was like, yeah, well, why not?
That's like the streamer awards.
Yeah, kind of. And Jared was like, oh, so segregation, and I was like, oh, sure. Why? And again, that was
well, certain people shave their legs for like different reasons, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I had to get mine shaved when I got my tattoos.
Yeah, exactly. You get
to step on stage.
Or bodybuilding.
Yeah, exactly.
Bodybuilding, you shave your legs.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like obviously.
Have you ever used that? Have you ever used that cream? The cream that goes on the leg. Like, what's Vis or something? Is it?
Feet.
You put it on and like you like put it in the shower and it literally your hair just falls out.
There was one time I was in a shower and I was about to grab shampoo and I picked that shit up. I put it in my hand and I was like, oh my fucking god. Oh, I almost put it on my head. I was seconds away from bald.
I was waiting for you to say like, I almost put on my balls.
Like, next time I'll just shave my asshole.
Stop. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I picked that shit up. I was like, oh my god. I just got it all off my hands. I didn't even put shampoo in my hair. I didn't touch my hair. I was like, hands away, wet it. Okay, we're done. We're stepping out.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That would have been a awful experience. But yeah, like so some platforms are like that. Like Twitch, you can't even vape on it anymore. That was a big one.
You can't smoke on Twitch, isn't it?
You can't vape. You could. I don't think you can smoke to begin with, but vaping is now.
You can sit there with a fucking fat spliff and get
People sit there almost naked sometimes.
I was gonna say, Amaranth, perfect example.
Oh, she's gone on kick now.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, but she was the perfect example.
Yeah,
she sat there in a hot tub, letting her ladies hang out, fucking jiggling around like loose change in an oversized pocket. No one said a fucking word. If I did that, oh yeah, fuck it, that's not allowed.
There's guys who do it on kick. I've seen too many fucking guys doing Amaranth style content on kick.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and look, if you're a lass, you're gonna get away with it. It's simple as that.
Because people want to watch it. There's no women out there, Will, who are like, I want to see like a guy in average shape.
I don't care what anybody says. This right here, this is
blurred out automatically.
This is the prime physical form for a man in today's society.
That's hilarious.
A bit of titties up here and a bit of a fucking belly down here. That is the prime form for a man in today's society. If you don't like that, you can fuck off.
It's the average looking bloke, all right.
That's what I'm saying. You're not happy, then fuck off, piss off. You're not going to look like some fucking
another thing. Anymore. Social media, like, sort of puts it like that's the normal, you know.
I will actually pull up a picture right now that will show you the optimal form of a man in today's society. Why don't you see this, Bat? You know what picture it is as well, Jared. Right, look at it.
Right.
That is the
optimal
form for a male in today's society. That was me in Spain like 5 weeks ago at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, chomping down on a bag of Cheetos in my undercrackers, my belly hanging out.
Why is it so popular for Cheetos in Spain?
They're called Rizzos over there. They're whacked.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we don't get so lucky.
They're always over in Spain. Like, you don't go to the shops and see like big giant handbags of them, you know?
American sweets seem to be in mainland Europe and just not here.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
I went on a school trip when I was in 6th class. There was a shop that like you had to go under a fucking bridge and all this shit. It was so weirdly sketchy for a sweet shop. And we were allowed to go in there and bought all these American sweets, and everyone was like devouring Hershey bars and all. And then they realized, oh shit, American snacks are like mid as fuck.
Yeah, no, yeah, stop. Like, yeah, no, the Hershey. I'm not mad on
Hershey chocolate is like just bare minimum. Oh no!
I love a Boost bar. A Boost bar is goated.
That's a shout.
Boost bar or Kinder Bueno. Can't go wrong with either.
To be fair, Kinder Bueno's are alright.
Yeah.
There's a reason. The reason Eddie Rockets has that as a flavor for milk.
My like the one food that gets me every single time without fail, and it's like a stupid one as well. It's the digestive biscuits, like chocolate digestives, and a cup of tea or a cup of milk. I'm like a shark. I'm like a shark when it smells blood. my eyes just dilate and I just
And
go
I
to
have been
town. Like,
known to sit up in my undercrackers with a fat stiffy devouring a hot chocolate and chocolate digestives.
no, I'll stop.
No, let me up that up as well.
Biscuits after this.
The ones that have caramel in them too. Did you guys ever try those?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, like the hobnob ones or something, is it?
No, the digestives with like they were chocolate and a caramel inside.
Like, you open them and they like
yeah.
Dude, I know the ones. Yeah,
when I was at my heaviest, oh my god,
a
packet wouldn't last.
I think my favorite name of any biscuit I've ever seen on any shop line was ginger nuts.
Ginger nuts. Ginger nuts are nice.
No joke.
Speaking from a half ginger with ginger nuts.
Of course you'd say that, you big red hoorie.
Now there was
red, I swear.
There was a guy I went to school with, and we caught on early as kids that ginger people and ginger nuts were related, and we would just call him ginger nuts consistently, constantly, and I think he became a better man for it.
Yeah. The only reason I have this beard now is to hide me double chin. That's the trick.
Let that bad boy out. Let that bad boy out. Set him free.
Like, alright, so here's my jawline here, okay? Right. And then if I do, look how weak the chin is. Look how weak that chin is. It's all hidden.
We're on the same page, buddy.
I just told you, lad. You just saw. I am the optimal condition for a male in today's society. Let that shit hang out, man.
Yeah, on that last note, I got work in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
You need to go.
Optimum male performance is Will.
Yeah.
But if you want to see optimum gaming, you can check out Hickey GG on Kick. Everything, right?
Yeah. Everything. Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305.
The
cinema reviews as well. If you just pop the link tree down the bottom, you get all the different socials if you want to check them out, guys.